gonna have any fights this week? Oh man, we gotta have some fights.
What up, everybody? This is the Cage Match, and a lot of stuff has happened in the last since we last been here. So it
in
is
the
what
last
we're
7 days.
the last 7 days. Yes, I
Without
feel
a
like
Friday show forever.
I know. I feel like my audio is not as loud. Am I loud? Am I good? Am I good? Am I here?
Good.
Am I here?
You were screaming earlier, but you're fine now.
I'm here. Am I here? Am I here? Okay, I'm here.
All right. All right, everybody. Welcome to the Cage Match. I am the Ultimate Savage, and with me, as always, Mr. Jim Otto himself. Never missed a live broadcast, a live recording ever in the history of the Cage Match YouTube channel, Asylum. How are you doing today?
I'm here. I don't have that part though. I'm here. I'm here.
We have a lot to talk about today in this show. I'm just trying to make sure I share it to every single thing that says Raiders, because that's how you whore yourself, is you give yourself to... I'm joking.
We're whores. We have to be. That's the only way to get out there.
Shameless plugs. All right, hold on. Making sure everybody gets a chance to watch our show, even though, when you're a small little...
They got to get a glimpse of it,
Yeah, when you are a small channel like we are, we got to do what we can to get ourselves out there. And here we are. And what's up now? Program update for today. Miss Peggy will not be able to come on today because she does have work over there in the nation's capital, I guess, She's a secret agent. No. Miss Peggy, every time Miss Peggy is able to come on, she's able to walk away from a very busy schedule to come on to our show, and she had to cancel on the last minute, but that means that we will have her back. We can have her back next week. So, all right, everybody, thank you for the show. Tune in late. I'm joking. There is no show without Miss Peggy, but we will
do it. We just got to put everything on pause.
But I mean, everyone, even whatever we say, they still want to hear Miss Peggy's perspective. So we will have her. Yeah, we're just here to provide the platform. Miss Peggy is the show. Okay. And yes, I am proud to admit that. So I don't care. But all right, Asylum, before we get into anything else, let's go into our favorite subject, and that is our shameless plug. Here we go.
All right, everyone, go to the YouTube channel, The Cage Match Show. Like, share, subscribe, hit that bell. That way, anytime a video, meme, short drops. If Roger Goodell wants to be a cock gobbler, then you can turn around and catch us on Facebook on the Oakland Raiders Savage page, Oakland Raiders Savage, or my page, Asylum. And on Facebook. After the show, go ahead and go visit WGG and check out all the products they got going on there. Order yourself something. Put Cage Match, one word, in the discount code to get 10% off your entire order.
And like we always say, when you think of wins, you think of dubs. When you think of dubs, think of Dubby. Make sure you go there to WGG, w.gg. Go there, check out their catalog of energy drinks and everything like that. Go into the discount code Cage Match, one word, CAGEMATCH, and hopefully when the season starts, all you can think about is wins, which will make you think of dubs. Eventually will make you think of Dubby. Help us out, because that's our only sponsor right now. If anybody has any sponsorships that they want to give out, please, we accept. No partial ones, though. Only my girlfriend understands that joke. All right. And also, shouts out to Raider Nation for Life. That is the Compa Fabian. Go to his website, www.rn4lifer.com. Go there, check it out. He has great merch. And I'm just in love with my hat, so I don't have any new hats yet. But my girlfriend would understand this joke too. I have freed up more more money for me to spend because they got rid of our personal trainer, that jackass. If he's listening, he's probably not. He don't watch football, so whatever. Anyways, go there, check it out. And also, remember, shouts out to RaiderMan19. RaiderMan19.com. Go there. The Raiderman from Richmond podcast, which we need to go and get that going, because I would like to have him move that over here to the Cage Match channel. So I know everyone loves Raider Man, and we got to get Raider Man's voice out there, especially going into this new season. We always want to shout him out because he's a big part of the show, and also we need to somehow, some way get him to the torch this upcoming season. And with everything going on, it'll be a great time to have him on the torch to get this fire going in the new direction that this Raider team is going. So shouts out to Raider Man. Him in front of 65,000 people at that stadium that Pete Carroll says put more Raider fans in it. Have Raider Man up there saying, I am a Raider fan. Get this whole fired up. Oakland Mystique with the Las Vegas way, Raider way. That's what you want to do. And, of course, with this offseason, the Super Bowl is this Sunday. Go Eagles. But after that, that's where the real stuff happens. The offseason dates here are some important ones. The deadline for clubs to designate franchise or transition players, that'll be March 4th. The 10th through the 12th, clubs are permitted to contact and enter into contract negotiations with the certified agents of players who will become unrestricted free agents upon the expiration of the 2024 player contracts at 1 p.m. Pacific time. That's over here, not Asylum's time. That is 11 o'clock for you. No, that is 3 o'clock for you. It's backwards. I'm half lexic on my mom's side. On March 12th, and the 12th, going into the 12th, that is when free agency starts. That's when all the fun starts. Who wants to join the new way, the new Raiders way, and of course, the new look Raiders, and of course, the very important one that we are trying to go all out for, and that is the draft 24. That first round, the April 24th. We will not be in Green Bay, but we will pretend like we're on ESPN, NFL Network, and all those other great networks. So that's a big one for there. And of course, in between all those dates, we will have special episodes where we would interact with you guys, the ones that love our show, and the 11 right now that are watching live, and those of you that watch in syndication, We appreciate you. So we're going to try to bring you big things, big shows, unique shows for your enjoyment until kickoff 2025 in September. The actual, I mean, we love preseason games because it's like a teaser, the appetizer before the season, but we're going to try to keep you entertained and informed at the same time.
That one mozzarella stick before your meal.
Exactly. And the blooming onion, okay? So that's what we're trying to be.
I don't touch fucking that onion bullshit. That shit is nasty. Nasty.
Haters in the building. All right, Asylum. I know we don't have Miss Peggy, but we can do this. We can do this.
I don't know if we can do this.
Oh, and by the way, for you Warrior fans, breaking news: Warriors just got Jimmy Butler in a trade.
Did they have to
that happened just now?
Did they have to
I don't know who they gave up. Did they give up Draymond? I don't know.
Hey, there was talks about them having to. They'll move Draymond if they have to.
This is. I know this is not Raider related. I know there's probably a lot of Laker fans, and they're excited because they got the dude from the Mavericks. I can't pronounce his name. I'm only gonna try it. But the Warriors, another former Oakland team, because Oakland ain't got no more teams no more. They're gonna be a soccer team playing at the Coliseum.
Looks like it's Wiggins, Schroeder, Kyle Anderson, and a protected first-round pick.
Sent Wiggins out. My mom didn't really care for Wiggins after the championship that they had won a couple years back. So that's crazy. And the Warriors got Jimmy Butler. I wonder if they're going to still try to go after KD, because that was big news too, because the Warriors did end talks with Butler, and part of the Heat were all like, you know what, we don't know what to do with you. So I don't know if they lowered, I don't know. They want to get rid of Butler, and now he's a Warrior.
Oh yeah, he was suspended indefinitely. So I mean, everything, and they thought there was going to be, all this. They thought there was going to be a 3-team trade, all this other shit going down, and KD didn't want to come back to the Warriors, so they said, I guess we'll just have to settle for Jimmy.
Yes. So that is your breaking news for NBA basketball. You Warrior fans, we're trying to compete with the Lakers because the Lakers are trying to come back, and because we're trying right now in the standings. The Warriors are trying to get into a 1-game playoff. So as of right now. At this point in the season, so we'll see what happens.
Right now.
Huh?
Right now.
Right now. No later. Right now. So okay. No later. So all right. We don't have Miss Peggy, and this is where we're kind of like Miss Peggy takes over the show, but we're gonna do this our own. We've done it before, so we can do it. All right. So of course. We can do it. So, of course, the big news, Pete Carroll is putting his coaching staff together. And as you can see here, Patrick Graham, that we broke the news of them talking. So, it happened right before we went on live last Wednesday, that Patrick Graham was in talks to get retained. He is now official on pen and paper. He will be coming back. And, of course, Rob Leonard will be back to coach the defensive line, because he was a big name too that wanted to become a defensive coordinator. If not, he was going to come back to the Raiders, so he's back with the Raiders. He could be the heir apparent if Patrick Graham gets a head coaching job next year in the next round of head coaching for 2026, and we could have Rob Leonard, because he's also going to be the run game coordinator. Rob Leonard will be, and then of course the Raiders also get John Glenn, who's worked with Pete Carroll in Seattle. He will be the linebackers coach. And then, of course, the big news was that happened on Sunday was Chip Kelly. The Raiders getting Chip Kelly to be their offensive coordinator. And, it's been a long time. I can't remember the last time we had a big name offensive coordinator. And I know we've had John Gruden coming back, head coach, who was the play caller, and then McDaniels, who became head coach.
Right there, McDaniels.
Yeah, but we have a guy who's already tried it before in the NFL. Didn't quite work out. He had the Eagles for 3 years, and then he had the Niners, and that was a bad season for him. And he went back to college. But he's coming in to just focus on offense. So you have an offensive mind, not trying to be a head coach right now. He just wants to focus on the. He actually left UCLA head coach to become an offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
For
the Ohio State.
The Ohio State. So Asylum, what does that mean? What does that mean to you as a Raider fan after everything that we went through? Just in the last 20 years, not even talking about last year. Last year was one of those seasons that what can go wrong did go wrong, and then you times it by 10. And that's what last year was.
That was only by 10? That felt like it was more like by times 20. I mean, come on. That was fucking, tripping over the cord of a cordless phone right there. You just get up there stupid. That's what that season was.
Well, after looking at all of these are the last offensive coordinators going back to 2015. So basically the last decade of offensive coordinators that we've had, and our most successful one was Bill Musgrave under when he was coaching under Jack Del Rio, and he was let go. And we all Raider fans know that was the wrong choice, was to let go of him and keeping the defensive coordinator who we all wanted to go, which was Ken Norton Jr. And I'm glad, I got nervous, and I'm glad that Pete Carroll didn't tap into Ken Norton Jr. to come in and be defensive coordinator again for the Raiders, because the first time it didn't really work out. And of course, with Jack Del Rio as head coach, it didn't work out. So looking at the rest of this list, Asylum, seeing that our 19 point whatever a game, points per game in the last, let's just say, go off the last 4 years, now having Chip Kelly, what do you have to say about what the Raiders are doing so far under Pete Carroll?
Well, they're putting, what was the best way? I read something. They're putting together an adult staff. They're adulting right now. I mean, it's not everybody, so far that he's put on there, other than his son. I don't know much about his son which was what I think the offensive line coach. So other than his son,
Washington State, or no, Washington. Yes. Right?
Redskins.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, other than I don't know much about him, but everybody else, it's not big splashes. I mean, Chip Kelly is a big name. Everyone knows the name, but he has pedigree behind it. We know what we're getting with Patrick Graham. You're keeping Leonard. There's other names that anyways, I don't know what the hell he's talking about. Anyways, there's other names that are being kept that are big names that we didn't think were going to even still be kept. So, it's one of those things where it's we have good feelings of what's going on. We know what kind of offense we're going to have. So we know what kind of players we're going to be looking for. We're going to with all that, it's just best way to put it is that they're adulting. I mean, this is probably the best coaching staff we've had put together in one of the longest times without having a lot of first timers.
Yeah.
We always had to seem to have somebody that was a first time DC, a first time head coach, a first time offensive coordinator, or somebody who's coming off of bad, I don't even want to call them situations, just, maybe he just wasn't put with the right situation. He needed a different type of head coach, and then he comes in and falls flat on his face anyways.
Well, as you see here, Greg Olson comes back, I believe, for his third stint with the Raiders as quarterback coach. You saw him; he was also offensive coordinator for us back in the day. But he comes back as a quarterbacks coach. And I don't have the graphic for it, but the coaches that as of right now that they're keeping from this past year's coaching staff: Marvin Lewis, Joe Philbin, Luke Steckel, Tim Zetz, Gerald Alexander, Matt Feeney, Marcus Lewis, Cade Rannings, and Darius Swinton. So with that, I think the one for me, the one I'm more surprised about is Marvin Lewis coming back, because you saw him on the sideline. He looked like he didn't want to be there. He looked all upset and mad, like it was his Bengals that were out there playing, when he had his bad years. But hearing that list of people who are coming back, Asylum, what do you think about the people that they decided to bring in? I mean, not to bring in, but to keep on their staff.
Marvin Lewis is a surprise. I didn't expect that one, and even Joe Philbin. I mean, I really didn't expect him to stick around.
Yeah,
or want to, but maybe coming in and getting that taste again. Kind of lit a fire under them, saying, you know what, I kind of want to. I can do this for a couple more years. I can do this for a few more years. I can stick around. What is Pete Carroll's contract? 3 years. Maybe 4 years. I can stick around and do it that much longer. Yeah. To be tied into, possibly when, as some people are hoping that it is and saying what it's going to be, maybe one of the greatest turnarounds, we'll say at least in a long time of a franchise, to be, have your name tied into that. They were shit, but this happened and I was a part of it. There's that pride thing to go along with it. I was, add that to that resume. Yeah. Maybe they think I could get one more Super Bowl, or for some of them, my first.
Oh, and these are like older coaches, and I'm not trying to use the term, but like I said,
are you knocking your head coach?
I'm just, it's gonna keep getting brought up.
Ageism right here. Is that what you're trying to do?
Ageism? No. I'm trying to dance on that. I'm trying to dance on that gray area. But maybe they're like, if Pete Carroll can do it at 73, going into 74 as the season starts, I can do it too. Then, so we went from the Expendables this past season, and now we're going to what was that movie where all the, like, Morgan Freeman and
Robert De Niro
and they all went to Vegas. That's what it is. That's what it is right now. But that was what one of the things that Pete Carroll had said in his press conference. He said, I'm gonna bring in my own guys, but then I want to also keep continuity and have guys who are familiar, or the players that are familiar with here, because I want a mix of my guys and the guys that are here, and we can go and take off with this thing right now. And I think that's one of the main reasons why he kept at least what it looks like half the staff, is to not having to rebuild from ground zero and start up again.
It's continuity. The one thing we were talking about, the one reason we said if you can't go a certain way, keep an AP and everything, we kept talking about continuity going into this, well, we'll call it off season, since it is our off season. We're not playing or got anything going. So, going into the off season, we kept talking about continuity. And the fact that he says he wants to keep some continuity there, there's going to be changes, and the key big changes were was offensive coordinator, kept the defensive coordinator, because the defense was, he went with if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Can some things get tweaked on the defense? Yes, we could tweak their run defense and become better at stopping the run. Stuff like that. But overall, that defense, for the players that we have who are going to stay on the team right now, and hopefully the players that they bring back, like Robert Spillane, his defense has worked. It kept us in a lot of games that we should have been blown out in when the offense wasn't doing their job and everything else. So he's focusing on the one thing that needs the most work, and that's going to be the offense. So we have a new offensive coordinator. We got a lot, offensive people, coming in. But a lot of defensive people are staying there to keep that continuity, to keep people like Max Crosby happy, because, his job isn't going to change that much. He has a new head coach to listen to. But as far as the defensive part of it, Everything else is seeming to be the same, other than it's going to be, few players here or there. And that's always going to happen every offseason. You get some new ones, whether it be draft, whether it be free agency, and you're going to lose some people, But you try to keep that core together, and that core is, to me, includes coaching staff.
Yeah. And that was something when they had to move on.
You having problems? Okay.
No, I have
no, he's just isn't cutting out for anybody, so
I don't know. It's probably Roger Goodell trying to shut you up.
You pig. Thanks for coming back.
Hey, you know what? I like him. I like Pig's Pig. I was on Twitter trying to to get all this information and everything. This is when I think this is when they broke the when they were talking about hiring Pete Carroll or whatever. But hey, you know what? Pig's Pig don't play. He called up Mitchell Rentz. And I was all like, oh yeah, take that, Mitchell Rentz. So shouts out to Pig's Pig, okay? I saw it on there and I'm all like, he called him out. Goes, no, I am a Raider fan. Pig's Pig's like, no, you ain't. You're an actor. No, I'm a Raider fan. No. He goes, no, you get paid to be a Raider fan. Okay? No. So shouts out to Salute Pigs. I'm sorry, so I was reading the thing, Salute Pigs. Shouts out to Pig's Pigs. I wanted to give him his props because I was all like, look at that. See? Yeah. Take that, Mitchell Rentz. You're getting paid to do whatever. Like, and Mitchell Rentz has been called out a couple times. So
he's been called out by a few people. Then got onto one show and they seem to buddy, and now said show copies what Mitchell Rentz does.
Yeah, I know. So I just wanted to throw it out there. And look at see. Speak my mind. No, hey. Hold on, where's that one and then this one. Oh, wrong one. This one. I gotta write these buttons down. Okay, this is that. Okay, my bad. Pig's Pig. That is MVP. Okay. Anyways, all right. Aside him. So with that coaching staff, I am technically slightly autistic. Can't help myself. You know what? It doesn't matter, okay? Because the real Raiders, they take if you can come and hit and the old school Raiders, I don't care where you are, where you from, whatever. If you show up and show out, hey, you're a Raider. That's all that matters. So,
and we might have that back with Pete Carroll, right?
Yes.
Everyone needs to try their best. Everyone needs to work at it because you never know. You could become the starter just because you're doing what needs to be done.
Yes. So, Pig's Pig, I saw that and I'm all like, hey, Pig's Pig don't play. Okay? Pig's Pig don't play. So, Mitchell Rentz, okay? He don't play. So you better get yours together, all right? Mitchell Rentz.
That's the problem. He likes to play around and do that clickbait shit and throw. I'm just throwing out the possibility of something. No, motherfucker, you said this is going to happen. Your insider told you, and now that it didn't happen, you're trying to fucking circle the wagons and fix the problem. We all know what you do.
Yes, so everyone does it for clicks, like, whatever, okay? But let's go into Chip Kelly.
We don't do it for clicks.
We don't do it for clicks.
And I love how he was at Ohio State from 1990 to 93.
Oh, my bad. You try to go real fast and put this together, so hey, whatever, okay? That's supposed to say.
I'm like, wow, he went back into history.
and Pig's Pig said, I basically told him to do better. And that is, telling somebody to do better ranks up there when you tell somebody, I'm not mad at you, I'm just disappointed. Oh, it hits you right in the soul. Mitchell Rentz, do better, okay? So, looking at this, Ohio State is supposed to say 2024 on the cage match, it's okay if you make a mistake as long as you, I don't know, okay? We're here, okay? Whatever. So, looking at it, as long as yes, I'm not going to go tell you guys messed me up, okay? Because I can't put things together. Anyways, it's your fault, everybody. All right, looking at this. Chip Kelly. I don't know. That reminded me of old school. Blue, you're my man, Blue. Okay.
You're my boy.
All right. Looking at this, Chip Kelly's coaching highlights right here. Of course, we all were introduced to Chip Kelly when he was the head coach at Oregon. When he had that high-powered offense up there with the Ducks, and we're gonna show all the quarterbacks that he had working under him. But from there on, he went to go to Philadelphia, try to bring that their offense to the NFL. And at that first season, he did pretty decent, got to the playoffs, but injuries to the quarterback, and then quarterbacks in and out of the lineup, so he couldn't sustain that. Ended up getting let go the last game of this before the last game of the season of his last season in Philadelphia. Went to the 49ers. They were a 2-14 team. They also had Kaepernick and Blaine Gabbert to try to pull that offense around. Didn't work. Found himself going back to college, head coach at UCLA. They were 1-1 in the bowl games, and then as a coordinator, after started off with Oregon, New Hampshire, running backs coach, offensive line coach, and offensive coordinator, and then for John Hopkins, he was defensive coordinator. That was something that you had said when we talked. We were texting back and forth about Chip Kelly, and you said that he knows both sides of the ball. So right there, like just having a guy like that, what does that say about Chip Kelly's football knowledge right there?
Or even how to build an offense, right? If you understand, and not that nobody on any other football teams don't understand the defense, what they're seeing and everything, but to be a coordinator and have to make game plans to go against an offense, and then you jump sides of the line, and now you become an offensive coordinator. Now you've sat there and done both. So to me, that's that little bit more insight, that little bit of, well, this could be what they're doing, but when I did this, I did a stunt here. So if I bring this guy here, he's either going to be able to pick that up, or if they don't do what I'm thinking they're going to do, that leaves him wide open over here, and we can just dump it off. I mean, there's a whole bunch more in there, and especially with his fast tempo offense that he likes to do, knowing the defensive side of the ball that much better helps you keep that up tempo going, and just exactly how to tire out a defensive line, how to tire out somebody, how to, shorten up a route just half a step, or extend it that extra half a step because, somebody's going to, overcommit or something, I mean, it's those little nuances that a lot of people overlook. An offensive coordinator is going to understand defense because he has to. But to be a defensive coordinator is a whole different mindset than it is to be an offensive coordinator. And the fact that he did both, I think, says a lot.
Yeah, he had said in his introductory presser today that today, he would and it was something that Antonio Pierce was trying to do too, was trying to go into every position room and try to learn everything and all that. But he would go into all the different, we'll see what the offensive linemen are doing, what the defensive linemen are doing. So he would try to go around his, and try to just gather a whole bunch of information. And the fact that he's coordinated, he's an offensive guy, but the fact that he can do it on the defensive side too, can also help with him working with Pete Carroll as they putting game plans together. Having that knowledge of, I guess, that familiarity with the way defenses are, because he's been on that side of the ball too. That can also help out in the development of this offense and the design of the plays for this offense to run. And with him and Patrick Graham coming back, and I had it highlighted. Chip Kelly. Where'd it go?
Where it's at.
Here we go. With them coming together, as you see here, Patrick Graham. Well, Yeah, Patrick Graham, those are his 3 years with the Raiders, and these are the rankings. As you know, they were still building a defense. And I think last year they would have made a big leap if it wasn't for a lot of the defensive injuries. But with him coming in, tied up with Chip Kelly and his offense. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get everything together. Okay, with Chip Kelly's offensive, these are his NFL offensive rankings. With the two veteran head coaches, two veteran coordinators, and Patrick Graham's familiarity, knowing the players he already has, the defense is not what needed to be to be fixed. More so as the offense, and with Chip Kelly's experience, it just can make for a great jump, and maybe we can make a leap like we did the Washington Commanders going from 4-13 to maybe the Redskins to maybe a doorstep away for the Super Bowl. And ladies and gentlemen, let me make sure we do the right button. Let's introduce the man himself, the other epic beard man. What up, Jeff? How you doing?
What's going on? What's going on?
And we are. Never mind, I'm not going to say it.
We are talking about.
We talked about your particular cut before on your show, and
yeah,
somebody asked you why you cut it that way, and I had my own comments for that.
Oh, right, yeah, I remember that now.
So, Jeff. Oh wait, hold on. Let me make sure I do this real quick. I gotta put these.
You got too much on your plate all of a sudden.
Cause we have a lot of things.
You need Dubby.
Oh, that's right.
You need Dubby. You need our own sponsor to help you out to keep you focused.
I need Dubby, man, so I can be focused. Okay, I got it now. I know what I was trying to do. And here we go. All right, welcome everybody to Jeff right here. This is his YouTube channel right there. YouTube. I had it right? Any_boosters. That's wrong. That's right.
With the word reader.
Oh, see. Asylum told me to make this, so.
Yeah, put it on me.
You gotta start chugging that Dubby stuff.
Okay. I will fix it right now, okay. Anyways, so with the new
4 or 5 hours of sleep right now, Chris. So yeah, I'm tired, but I'm good.
Well, make sure you go to WGG and get yourself some Dubby. 10% off if you put Cage Match into the code. And yes, babe, yes.
One word, Cage Match.
One Cage Match. I do need a drink. It is Wednesday, Turn Up Wednesday. All right. We don't do it on Thursday because tomorrow's not promised. We do it on Wednesday. All right, let's go. Okay, Jeff, now with Chip Kelly coming in and having the Raiders having Patrick Graham, how do you feel about this? I had said it on Raider Twan show. I said we're no longer doing generic brand food right now. Okay, we got brand name coaches. Okay, we ain't shopping at grocery outlet. We're over here at like Albertsons and Trader Joe's. We're getting top shelf stuff right now. How do you feel with these hires and what could it mean for the Raiders maybe being able to make that leap and compete with the AFC West and all their coaches that all these networks want to say that we're inferior to?
Well, first of all, to the ones that say we're inferior, they can kiss my ass. But anyway, it's definitely a great feeling. This is probably the best coaching staff I think I've seen on this team, going all the way back to the the Flores era.
Yeah,
I mean, I can't name a better group of coaches in this organization since him and when John Madden were controlling his team. Now, everything else, I mean, yeah, you could possibly say Gruden's first go around with us because we were going in the right direction with him, but this ensemble set of coaches he's got going on right now in this team is just, if that doesn't make you feel good, I don't know. You better check your pulse because you might not be alive. I'm excited. I really am. I know everybody said they were excited last year going into into the 2024 season based on how we finished and everything, but I mean this is completely different. I mean this was a complete tear down of the entire coaching staff. I'm surprised at some of the people that he did keep. The Marvin Lewis one's kind of shocking. I don't get that. But Philbin, I thought he would have kept him as the O-line coach, but he did get a promotion out of it. So, he did move him up to like assistant offensive coordinator or something along that lines. So I know he did move up, I guess. So, but
Yeah.
I'm
back up. He was brought in and then brought down.
Yeah, Patrick Grant coming back saves us in free agency, I think, because I think you would have seen some of these guys on the defense that were free agents that we wanted to keep would just go out the door,
Yeah, especially like Robert Spillane. That's the big one right there.
The main one.
Yeah.
That's the one we got to resign without a doubt.
Chase on.
Yeah. Mooring, Hobbs, Diablo can go, but then we're short on linebackers as it is, though.
Yeah, and that's the one thing that Asylum was saying too, is that when you have, the defense is not what needed to be fixed. Yeah, it could get better, but it's not one that needed to have a complete tear down and build up from it, and the Raiders being able to bring back to retain Patrick Graham, because we all thought, okay, he's gone, and that's something that we had said earlier a couple of episodes ago, that the only way, and I said that's the only way Patrick Graham's going to stay if they make him head coach. Let's go, keep continuity, because we all thought that if they fire AP, and whoever they bring in, because we all thought it was going to be one of these little young, these little young coaches that's going to come in, another project, basically head coach project. He was going to come in to bring in his own guys, and it'd be a whole new system and a whole new this and a whole new that, and now we're starting from ground zero again. And the fear was after getting rid of AP and having to go with a new coach, like I said, with no experience, we were going to start all over again, another 5-year plan to see if we can make it up and compete with the rest of the West. But Pete Carroll doing, you can say like the smart move in, let's keep the defense together, and then now we know which guys to sign. Spytek knows which guys to sign because he has a defense coordinator there. They can make smarter decisions because they already know the players and how they can fit the system. I feel like that was a smart move for Pete Carroll, but having Chip Kelly coming in to get this offensive going, his offense hasn't really been good.
It's been for the last few years.
Yeah. So, I mean, it just seems like Pete Carroll is the experience as head coach. He's showing it right there, and all the promises he's made so far in this press conference. We're gonna right when we start this thing, we're not trying to do 3 years from now and then we're trying to go now. And him making these moves right now is showing that he's being serious about that.
Yeah, you can definitely see that he's trying to make this switch on, turning this team around a shorter term thing than, waiting 3 or 4 years. I mean, again, now let's see what he does in free agency, and let's see. I mean, you already know his draft history if you look it up. He's not one to sit still with the picks that we have. He does a lot of moving around, Pete Carroll. You looked at his time in Seattle. Now, not only does he do a lot of moving around, but he doesn't move up. He always moves back and collects picks to get as many picks as possible in the draft to bring as many bodies in for competition.
Sounds like somebody else I know.
Yeah, he's not one to want to move up for players. So I mean that's another good thing too.
Here's a question. Since we're go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, since I know all three of us on here are all Team Ramrod here, with the Chip Kelly hire, you think that's good or bad for him?
Well, if you put me back on screen, I'm going to show you. I want to show you something.
Sorry. Here you go.
Remember, I've been pushing this for a long time, right? The AOC 12 for 2025.
Yeah.
That's what happens now with Chip Kelly in as a new offensive coordinator. My AOC 12 2025 sign is officially blank now because based on his strategy on the offense and quarterbacks, that's not, unfortunately, that's not the type of quarterback that he uses. Does Aiden O'Connell fit in that system? Remains to be seen at this point what he can do. I kind of hope he can, but I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he's gonna be the right fit for them. I really don't. Which kind of sucks because I really like the kid. And Gravy was on a show last night, and I asked. He was on with Turf. I asked the question in the chat. I said, if you're saying AOC is not a fit in this system, then what do we do with AOC at that point? Where does he end up? Obviously, if he's not a fit in this system, what are we doing with him? We're going to hang on to him, So it's like, I don't know.
Well, I don't know. The reason I asked it was something that Chip Kelly did say in his presser today, and he was talking about building an offense around whoever you have at quarterback.
I saw him say that too.
Which I know is something that Peggy, which I was wishing she could be on, could go and would want to hear, but that's what you want to hear. Let's assume you don't get anybody else going. I have faith that Chip Kelly can build that offense around, let's say, Aiden O'Connell, if that's the style quarterback he has or going. But, the main thing is, I feel with you that we're going to be searching for somebody who's a little bit more mobile is the word, I guess, being looked for. Somebody who could run an RPO kind of offense, that quick tempo. I think O'Connell can run quick tempo, no huddle, and be able to do that. But those RPOs and everything else, he would definitely have to get better at and go and see. And with the draft and a few free agents out there, we'll have to really wait and see what they do to see where it's going to go.
Let me play this clip of that right there of what he said. Paul Gutierrez asked him, what is the Chip Kelly a prototypical quarterback?
What does the prototypical Chip Kelly quarterback look like, and what do you need to make your offense go in terms of the quarterback position?
I think it depends on the personnel because you can't build a quarterback. We don't have a scientific lab here where we could say we want a 6'5" guy that's 250 pounds and runs 4.4 and can make every throw. You can't do that. You have to look at what is available to you, whether it's through the draft or through free agency or on the current roster, and then what are their strengths, and then how do we design our offense around their strengths, because it has to be designed around how the quarterback plays. So I think it's really your evaluation of the personnel that's available to you and then fitting them into that system, and I've had an opportunity when I was in the NFL. I thought Nick Foles did an unbelievable job in Nick's first year when we were in Philly. He threw 27 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and did a great job. I had a chance to coach Mike Vick, who's one of the all-time greatest athletes to ever play, and enjoyed it. And then Mike got hurt, and then Nick took over. So we had to kind of do two different things, but two really special players right there. But in my first year, kind of ran into that when I was in Philly. So I think you have to be able to adapt to what you have. And that's putting those guys in position to make plays and then let them go make plays. Because I think this league is always about the players, and it will always still be about the players. So find out what they do well and try to actuate those traits. And then if there are some weaknesses, can you kind of mask them and cover them up a little bit?
So that's what he said right there. Nick Foles, he was giving a lot of praise to it. Here's some Nick Foles highlights for you right there. So him saying that, I was thinking, well, maybe he can work. Maybe he can do something with Aiden O'Connell. Make him into a runner. Does he have the magic?
Well, we know Aiden O'Connell's willing to run. We've seen it.
Yeah,
we've seen it. It's just a question of, can he get, in this kind of offense, can he get the read that he needs to, the read he needs to see quick enough and take off quicker instead of being a designed run, see that, okay, we're not going to hand off. nothing's here. Let me take off and get it all going and go. Can he get that out of O'Connell? Because that's I mean, I think all of us would agree that probably the one thing that O'Connell's missing is that instinct to take off and run when he needs to, not just drift and go, but just fuck it, nothing's there. Let me get the positive yards and take off and run.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably still gonna put the AOC 12 2025 back on there anyway, I think. But that was just my initial thought when Chip Kelly came over here, that he's just probably not gonna fit right. But I mean, if he's willing to work around, work with him and build the system around him, number one, that makes me feel a lot better, because that also means we're not going to go make a stupid move of giving up our entire draft and picks next year to move up to take one quarterback that may or may not be the answer. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, that also means we're not going to go out and spend a shit ton of money for a has-been or maybe he'll work, maybe he won't work veteran quarterback. That's the shit I don't want to do. When you see how much, if we push for Sam Darnold, how much money he's going to cost, he's not going to come cheap. The other one is Stafford. There's a chance that, he wants to definitely play again. He wants to keep playing. So, I mean, but then now we're talking trade too, because he's still on the contract. He's not a free agent, I don't think.
Who?
So, I mean, you look at these free agents, there's nothing out there that makes me go, ooh, let's go get him. Flacco, he's 40 already. Andy Dalton's knocking on the door of 40. Sam Darnold, yeah, he had a great year this past season, but look at where he was. Look at who he had to throw to. The system was built for him. But then he couldn't win the two biggest games of the season he needed to win. The final game of the season to get the number one seed and beat Detroit, the team only scores 9 points. And then they make the playoffs. They go on the road, and they only score 9 points again. And you look like a complete bum those two games. So do I really want him? No, I don't. Fields, no, I don't want him either. He's not good. I'm sorry.
It's funny because I said this last week too. I said I feel like we're having all the same conversations we did going into this past season. We can get Russell Wilson from the Broncos, or we can go and get Justin Fields from the Bears. And I feel like this is like the same. We're having the same conversation, as deja vu of the same quarterbacks in the conversation of coming to the Raiders. And it's funny how it's some people are like, yeah, we should do it, and other people are like, no, we shouldn't. And us here, we're like, and it's funny.
Russell Wilson or Fields is going to stay with the Steelers. They got to keep one of those two.
Oh, one's definitely going to stay.
One's going to stay.
I can't see both of them walking.
No, I don't see that again. One of them's going to stay. It's just a matter of who's going to go. Right now, Russell Wilson's only tied to us because of Pete Carroll this year. Last year was a different story, but this year is because of Pete Carroll. If we didn't have Pete Carroll, I don't know if Russell Wilson would be tied to us this year.
Yeah.
So
I don't think so. But again, that's just the delusional fans of this team sometimes. As soon as they see someone's named as a head coach or an offensive coordinator, right away they're like, oh, we can get Russell Wilson now. Well, what? Just because he was the quarterback for Pete Carroll at one point, back when he was still young and good. Now he's not the same type player, or defensive coordinator. We hire him for whatever reason. They're like, oh, now we can go and get this guy because he played for him over there. Yeah, the tinfoil hatters. It's it's ridiculous. The fact that you two have those ready and waiting is even better.
Because you never know. Okay, every time we say something,
Roger Kiel gets going, so we gotta, we gotta be ready. We don't want him reading our minds.
Yeah, because he's trying to shut us down any chance he gets. He's trying to shut us out.
None of those free agent quarterbacks excite me. What did it say? If we get Wilson,
If we get Russell Wilson, we get Sierra also. They can go do TikTok videos in front of the torch, okay? That's what it's all about. So.
And that's Anna's favorite person right there.
Well, I want to ask you, Jeff. Let me go back to the quarterbacks. Now, other two names have now surfaced, and if you look at Chip Kelly, the quarterbacks he dealt with in college, one was Marcus Mariota with the Ducks, and then the one that could be coming into the draft, that should be coming into the draft this coming April, Will Howard.
Is he coming into the draft? Oh, yes, I guess he is. I guess that
he is, and with that said, does that bring him, Will Howard at least, because we already had Marcus Mariota, and I know during that season that was under John Gruden with Derek Carr starting and Mariota was his backup. When Derek Carr got hurt against the Chargers, and they had Marcus Mariota, people thought, oh, he's going to start the next game. It's time for him. Super Mario. He's going to come in. No, Mariota. Yeah, whatever. And he was going to come in and and then Carr ended up starting against I forget who it was after with that groin injury. But can you see a Marcus Mariota Part 2 with the Raiders, or
that would
do we go
one,
after? Oh, sorry,
that
that's
would be the one that I wouldn't be surprised at, to be honest with you. And it makes sense. It really, that one does. For some reason, that's the only one that makes me go, okay. But I really want number 3 on that list right there. That's who, if I had to pick anybody out of this list, I would eventually settle for Howard if we have to, but number 3 is who I would want out of that.
Okay.
He's rising up the charts. They're talking. I've heard some experts talk about he's the true number 2 behind Cam Ward. In there, and he's rising up the charts, and he might. I don't know if he's going to rise high enough to be, picked at 6 because Shador is going to go somewhere, high again, just like Michael Penix did. When at 8 when the Falcons panicked and took him. But like you said, Pete Carroll, hopefully our GM too, trades back. We might be able to trade back further and still be able to pick him up at maybe a better spot where they're putting a Jackson Dart instead of, going. But I'm still Team Ramrod on this. I don't care.
Team Ramrod.
Oh yeah, trust me. I still want to see it be AOC. But if in free agency they decide we're going to go with Mariota, then no, all right. Well, that's the direction we're going to go, and then that means we're going to probably draft a quarterback. Not the first round. The way I see that first round going, though, I think we're going to end up with more than likely there's a real good chance that Graham's going to fall to us from Michigan. And if that happens, I'm fine with that too. The defensive tackle, I'm fine with taking him. But I have a bad feeling that some of the other teams are going to pass on Shador, and he's going to be there at number 6. And then now it's like, now what do we fucking do?
Shador is going to be like
pass. That's what we do. We pass.
I would trade out of that, to be honest with you. I would
he'll probably fall down. He'll probably fall down like Rodgers did a while back. They thought he was going to go on the top, and he just kept falling until the Green Bay Packers finally picked him. Could happen.
I've seen some of the mock drafts that some of these like experts do, and I've seen Shador fall back as far as like 12 and 15 on some of these guys. Whether that changes once the combine comes, and if he even participates in the combine. I mean, he didn't practice and didn't play in the East-West Shrine game last week.
Yeah.
So I mean, that had to have an effect. And I know people are like, well, he doesn't want to take a chance of getting hurt and hurt his NIL. I'm like, I don't care. If you want to make it to the pros, that if I'm evaluating talent coming out of college, I look at that as a negative.
Well, that particular game, that Shrine game is where we found DJ Glaze.
Yeah.
That's how we found him, because he was they were saying raw, whatever, but it was the fact that he took what the coaches were telling him and implemented what he was being taught and was a beast in the game because he proved that he could be coached. And then he ended up, being drafted. He wasn't even supposed to be drafted. And then now, because of what they saw, those are the games that you could separate yourself. You can separate yourself just like the combine. This way, you can separate yourself in game with game film during gameplay, not with nobody in front of you, not with everything under the perfect conditions. This is during the game, being coached by NFL coaches, and proving yourself that what you put on through the rest of the season wasn't just because, this just fit right, that felt right, the teams you played were just right. You're going up against, the best of the best in college during, in this shit. So here's a chance to prove yourself. That's why DJ Glaze basically is a starter in the NFL as far as his rookie season.
My take on first round picks, especially in the top 10 like this, I want absolute 100% value for that pick, which means I want a guy that's going to go out and in the next season, their rookie season, they're playing from day one. And a guy like Mason Graham, Will Johnson, Abdul Carter, even though I don't want Genty, but Genty, those are guys that are going to have immediate impact. T-Mac from Arizona, that offensive tackle, Johansson or whatever, those are guys that are going to start right away for you. Shador's not going to start right away for us, and neither will Cam Ward. So you're looking at two guys that probably won't even touch the field until the 2026 season, unless some sort of emergency where we need to put them in. That's not value at your number one pick. I'm sorry. That's showing value for the future, the way future, but not right now when we're trying. And that's why I think it won't happen, is because Pete Carroll's trying to win this, not win it, but trying to make an impact now and get this team going in the right direction. I don't see him wanting to waste his first round pick on an unproven quarterback talent when you can get a bona fide star in somebody like Mason Graham or Will Johnson. Will Johnson's right up his alley. That's the type of guy he likes. You look at his secondary that he had through the years, when he was at Seattle. It's like, come on.
Yeah, and with him, you see these draft picks right here from both sides, from Spytek being involved in the Buccaneers, and then Pete Carroll, who was VP of football operations with Seattle. I mean, they found a lot of their talent later in the draft. Us as Raiders, and you saw the list I put up, we're not really good at the first round, as you can see, outside of this past season with Telesco getting Brock Bowers that fell to us. And I don't know if that was one of those things that the NFL gods gave to us, because like Asadam had just said, we were supposed to get Penix, quote unquote, we were supposed to get Penix by what all the ESPN, NFL, and all them other draft analysts were saying. And we ended up experts, quote unquote, like you said, Jeff, experts, quote unquote, these people out here on TV or whatever. We were supposed to get Penix, and we ended up with Brock Bowers, which, I mean,
a lot of people on YouTube too.
Yeah. Hey, Pig, hey, get on these people, tell them to do better. Okay, he did it to like I said, he did it to Mitchell Rance, and I'm all like, hey, Pig. When I saw that, I made sure that we do better. Okay, because
don't want to get called out by Pigs.
Hey, okay, I want him on the staff. Okay, I want him on the Raiders staff. Do better, Raiders. Let's go. I want 4-13 again. But like this draft for here, I mean, for the Raiders, the 2020 draft, ain't no one left. I'm using slang and ebonics. Ain't no one left on this team. You see the asterisks. Only three from that draft class is even still in the league. Of course, Amik Robertson's probably the only successful one. And just going to Alex Leatherwood in 2021, that was I don't know what Gruden was thinking there. Yeah, he had that one of the alignment awards, but his emotional state wasn't up to par with the demand of NFL football. Went to the Bears, and the Bears said, nah, Thank you for Khalil Mack's trade, but we're gonna stop dealing with you now, Raiders, after Alex Leatherwood. So, hey, hopefully we are in that category. Pigs, pig. So, but seeing what Carroll and Spytek has done in their respective teams before coming here, and I'm trying to find that again. I feel like we should be in good hands when it comes to the draft,
I think so.
and it could be a loaded draft. And if we do trade back from that number 6 pick, we could probably get some more picks. Or what if we trade our pick and pair these two guys up on defense?
I mean,
I know he wants to go to a
dream.
contender.
That would be beautiful, but I don't know if you're going to see it happen. I really don't.
We are praying to.
It's a wet dream, and that's about it.
Hey, okay, first of all.
I mean, look at those numbers between the two of them now.
Yeah.
I mean, even Garrett, for the years that he's been in the league, he hasn't missed a lot of games from an injury either.
Yeah.
Max has got 2 years. He's 2 years younger than him. He's got 95 games to Garrett's 117. Let's see. What is that? Total tackles, they're tight there. Solos, they're not too far off. Tackles for loss, they're close. Sacks is a big difference. QB hits, that's kind of a decent sized difference. Forced fumbles, 20 and 9.
Fumble recoveries,
23. That's a nice number. I mean, he's got him in the wards too, though, but still.
So what we're gonna do real quick, we're gonna pray to Jobu, Raider Jobu, Al Jobu. If it could happen, let us all.
Serrano, Jobu needs a refill.
I got the refill right here. I'm refilled.
Jobu, here we go. Jobu, we need to make sure that you bless this Raiders and make sure that we make great decisions like we've been doing so far. Al Jobu has been blessing us with coordinators that know how to do their job, with Patrick Graham and also with Chip Kelly. So now when it comes to the players that we have on our roster and the ones that can be added to our roster, let there be good luck, Raider luck, good Raider luck. And if we can get Myles Garrett, we're going to thank Jobu with a whole bottle of tequila. So, Al Jobu, if you can hear us, let me get a just win, baby. Oh, yeah. Okay, Jobu, thank you very much. All right, let's come back. Sorry. I mean, the way the Raiders and it could be, Mark Davis has the money. He's spending coaches left and right. He could be using that at the Bunny Ranch or strip clubs, whatever. But Jimmy Garoppolo's no longer on the team, so he don't have a partner to go there with. But he could be, he's using that money, spending on Gruden, spending on McDaniel, spending on AP, whatever. He's like, hey, whatever, okay? I'm spending on $6 million per year. I don't know how many years, though, but to Chip Kelly and having Patrick Graham come back. I don't want to, like you said, Jeff, everyone got excited because we just saw hope when it came to Aljobu. We saw hope when we brought back AP because of what he did at the end of the 2023 year. We were hoping that he can build off of that. It didn't quite happen, and I know it was kind of split between getting Harbaugh and then getting AP, but we wanted the continuity because we haven't had that. Of course, after McDaniels broke down that team that Gruden had built, and it was starting to make noise before Gruden had to resign early in that 2021 season. But everything the Raiders are doing so far, and not trying to get ahead of ourselves, but it's like they're teasing us. Like, wait, we're doing like Asylum said, we're doing grown man football things now. We're doing adult football hires now. We're not doing projects. We can get guys that want to, guys with names who wants to come here and turn this team around. A lot of folks were saying, well, the Raiders are far away and no one wants to come here because of Mark Davis and the way he mishandled all these head coaches and paying this guy and paying that guy. They ain't got no money. And Mark Davis is all like, oh, okay, yeah, all right. But Mark Davis, just sit back. You have Tom Brady, apparently, running everything. And I know you don't like to hear that, Jeff, because you're in that area, having to listen to all of them.
I'm learning to deal with it.
I mean, hey, Tom Brady's pissing off people left and right in the media because he's the broadcaster and then part owner of the Raiders. He's the infiltrator for us going inside. I mean, I know he can't go and talk, on premises of the coach. I mean, of the player.
He's not even allowed in there.
He's not even allowed in there. He's outside like the old Mervin's commercial, open, outside at the conferences when they're talking to coaches and players. But I can't stop him from going down to the sideline of the games and be like, hey, so what you think of how Al Davis used to do before pre-games when he would walk along the sidelines of the opposing team and, hey, so-and-so, you look good this last game. How does it feel? How would you like to be a Raider, You're in your last year of your contract. How do you know that? I know everything. I'm Al Davis. How would you like to be in silver and black? You would look good in silver and black. Hold on, let me go back to my sideline. I think my team needs me. Player been thinking like, wait, Al Davis, wait, me in silver and black? I don't know. I think I might talk to my agent about that. Yeah, it's like, wait, hold on. He did it to his own players. You heard Howie Long a long time ago say that Al Davis would go over like, yeah, you think you're a tough guy, Howie Long? I would take your lunch money. Who does this guy think So, I mean, and Tom Brady, he's irritating all these non-NFL, and I'm saying that non-NFL, what do you call them? Reporters like Phil Simms, little boy, him and Mike Florio and all them guys are getting all mad. Adam Schefter, he seems so aggravated now ever since Tom Brady was going to cover the Lions game in the playoffs. And I'm not a Tom Brady fan, but him irritating the national media, and they're so mad, like, we haven't even done anything yet as a Raiders, and you guys are getting all mad like he's the X factor in us coming back. Why are you guys mad for it? Did I just become a Tom Brady fan? What is going on with me right now? Because he's pissing off the NFL. He owes us too. He owes us his career.
For that, if you need it, Savage.
Say that again.
There's medication for that if you stop feeling like you're a Tom Brady fan.
I just
alcohol.
You'll be,
I'm already
on the other side from asylum at some point.
Yeah, it's working with asylum.
Awesome.
Hey, I get the good medications. What are you talking about?
So you get it in a little cup.
Yeah, I take no sense at all. That's what I take.
It's funny that you said that about Howie Long too, because I remember his Hall of Fame induction speech. He even said it that day too. He goes prior to the ceremony, Al Davis even came up to him and said, hey, he goes, you're in still such good shape. He goes, I could pay you X amount of dollars right now for you to come back and start a comeback and forget this whole Hall of Fame thing. And how he said it, he goes, he's so good that he actually made me stop and think about it for a minute about, you know what? I probably still could play right now.
Yeah.
He goes, and then I'm like, no, I can't do that.
You're crazy, man. You're crazy. Yeah, I remember that. He said, yeah, I seen you playing basketball at Villanova. How do you know? I'm ever Villanova playing basketball? Like, he knows everything. He goes, I just, have you play third down, rush the quarterback. I'll give you, I think he said like 15 plays in a game just to rush the quarterback. And he said, you know what? At 40 years old, he said, you'll be the first Hall of Famer to ever come back. Yeah, you're crazy, man. You're crazy. Get out of my head right now. Got me coming back like a 5-year hiatus, like Alzado when he tried to come back all ripped up, in the preseason.
The difference is, I think Howie Long really could have done it. Is the thing. I think he really could have.
Howie Long looks like he can come back now in the 60s. He can come back now.
when you watch him on those shows, and the guy's in great shape. For his age and everything. It's like this dude could even Strahan. They could both strap the pads on again right now and probably start. I'm not talking just like come in one play every now and then. They could probably stop for a good half, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, they both look like they're in phenomenal shape. Even Gronk,
Yeah.
I don't know why Gronk retired so early. Might have been his injuries too. But
Yeah, I mean, he got that.
Tom Brady wasn't playing.
Huh?
It's because Tom Brady wasn't playing. He had to go where his voice was going.
Dude, he made you. Why would you want to go and play for anybody else and tarnish your career? I mean, I get it.
Yeah. I mean,
he did stay 1 year after Brady left, didn't he?
No, Brady stayed 1 year after Gronk.
You're right.
And we could have had both of them. There was that rumor that we could have had both of them come over, but John Gruden shut it down. I don't know how that would have looked. I don't know how I would feel. I remember
you're gonna go with that mother.
Yeah. On the barbershop, and I mean, I remember when Jerry Rice came over to the Raiders in 2001, and I'm all like, but I liked Andre Rison. You took Andre Rison, you took his number at number 80. I liked Andre Rison, and then they brought Jerry Rice, and I'm a young kid in high school at the time when that happened, and I'm around all these Niner fans, and I'm all like, I don't want a Niner on my squad, especially like a Niner like Jerry Rice, who is like Mr. Niner, basically him and Montana, Mr. Niners, like I don't want him on my squad. But then when Jerry Rice came over to the Raiders, he started getting cornrows and everything, and he was out there, with Tim Brown, and yeah, it was like to see Tim Brown and Jerry Rice on the same team, and I'm glad it happened in silver and black. But to see them on the same team, the Bay Area's two, Hall of Fame receivers and all that, playing, and then I know the Super Bowl didn't go the way we wanted it to, but to see that in the Super Bowl, and later on, I'm all like, you know what? Anytime a Niner would talk mess to me, all I gotta do is just show a picture of Jerry Rice in silver and black, and that's all I gotta say. You never saw Tim Brown. Now, Tim Brown went to the Buccaneers, but you never saw Tim Brown play for the Niners. You never saw any big-name Raiders play for the Niners. So
no, they always came to us.
They always came to us. So that's all I got to say. Like, okay, Jerry Rice. He looked nice in silver and black, didn't he? How did it feel? You guys kicked him out.
They all look nice in silver and black.
They all look nice in silver and black. He was over there. I remember they had the whole ceremony and everything of Jerry Rice waving everybody and this and that. Okay, bye, San Francisco. It was great. You guys are great. The championships we did. And then next year, it goes over the Bay Bridge and then cornrows and everything, with Tim Brown. Tim Brown, he's button up, Notre Dame. But you had Jerry Rice cornrows and everything. He's all celebrating. And
Ronnie Lott came over before him, right?
Yes.
Wasn't Ronnie Lott with us? Yeah, he was with us before him. We had Roger Craig too.
Yes, we did. Bill Romanowski.
Yes.
Rathman, I believe.
Rathman might have been the coach. You know how every now and then there's a player that comes out in the NFL and you're like, that guy should have been a Raider from day one. Romanowski should have been a Raider from day one. Plain and simple. That was the mentality. He played right up here in Boston College. And I remember because he went to Philly first.
Yeah.
He was at Philly first.
No, he drafted by the Niners. Then he went to Philadelphia. Then he came to the Broncos.
Broncos,
and then he came to us. That was another one where I was all like, Romanowski. I hate Romanowski. But then him with the Raiders and how he dislocated Shannon Sharp's elbow, I said, you know what? I like Romanowski. On that Monday night game.
Tight end's eye socket.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He only had that like a year and a half, and his last game, he got the concussion that he never came back from. No. But he's still around. He's still around Raider Nation. He be out there.
Oh, yeah, we met him because of he was doing what was it, a radio show?
Yeah, back in Oakland. Me and Asylum, we would walk around the Coliseum. I'm in my Raider Savage Macho Man and Asylum being Asylum. And we were like, hey, let's go check out Raiderville. And we went over there. Now it's like in B lot or A lot, B lot.
No, A-Lot, I think.
A-Lot, yeah. Yeah, it's on the because we're usually on D-Lot.
Yeah, but like you said, Raiderville, yeah, it's right at. You come over the bridge, you go over to D-Lot, B and D, and
Yeah.
then it was like A and C,
Yeah.
and they were like in A-Lot, just on the other side.
Yeah, and I went up to Romanowski. I'm all like, you look like Ultimate Warrior, and he goes, what? So never mind. Let's take a picture. Thank you very much. Oh yeah. So he's still feeling that concussion, but it's okay. We love you, Romanowski.
Well, no, he even said you were my favorite wrestler when I was growing.
Yeah. So we got to see him. We got to meet him. I gotta find that picture so I can have it ready. But yeah, I liked Romanowski. He didn't.
Facebook, he's on Facebook.
We gotta get Romanowski on here.
We should, huh?
I'll say, Asylum. I know you'll remember him. Remember Mark Van Egan?
Oh yeah, got that
He
autograph.
lives down Rhode Island. He's a Rhode Island native, but he's not doing too good.
No.
The concussions, the whole CTE thing. Oh yeah, he's our former president of the club and one of the other guys in our club, one of our executive directors. They went to a fundraiser for his family down in Cranston, and while they were there, one of them asked him if they could get a picture with him, and his handler had to tell him, no, you can't, because we can't take a chance of any of it going up on social media or anything because of his fight going on with the NFL for his disability and everything from all that. So if he's out and about doing like fundraisers and such like that, like for his own personal well-being type stuff, they'll hold that against him. So like he can't do anything. Like we wanted to see if he was going to come, if we could get him to come to our 20th anniversary party, because he's a lifetime member of the club. We made him one back in 2006, and it was also going to talk to him about possibly coming to the pregame party for this Patriots game this year coming up, but we can't even have him involved in it, because it's that bad. Like his memory is so bad. It's sad to see, is what it is. And these guys taking these hits all those years ago, and how much it's affected them now that they're older.
Akron football was football, though.
Oh, yeah. And it's sad that how much money the NFL makes. Having all these contracts with all these different networks and streaming networks, and they got all this money, but they can't give back to the players that built the NFL to where it's at now, where it became it basically can rival soccer, which is worldwide international sport. The NFL is trying to get to that level, with them playing abroad and everything like that. And it's sad that they can't
bring it into the Olympics.
Yeah, the flag football. Yeah,
they're this close to bringing it into the Olympics.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and it's sad that the NFL they want to try to keep making money and basically put these players through all this to make all this money. Trying to go for 18-game schedule, and they don't want to do that because of the hits and everything. That's probably why we get such. I don't want to say not so great football games, but the players, they're finding their own ways to use their names and use their faces to find other avenues to build their own brand, that they don't really need the sport of football like it was back then, where that was the job. And then summertime, we got to get a second job until training camp starts up again. So it's just sad that the NFL can't give back to the players that attracted the NFL to the public and built the NFL what it is now. And that's Roger Goodell, okay? So who's doing all that? He's the commissioner. I'm putting on him. So sorry, I just wanted to say that.
The other thing too is they don't want to pay anybody, but yet they have no problem when they're going to promote a show that they're going to do from like the 70s teams, and there's this image of him running wearing number 40, running through a defense and taking the hits and everything. You see Mark Van Egan, you see his jersey, see him in the promos. They have no problem using the image for that, but they can't help the guy out. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's not just him, and it's not just Raider players. I feel that way about every player in the NFL that's an old school player that's going through that. They shouldn't have to deal with that shit. That shouldn't fall on them. Any medical and all that should be paid for by the NFL, plain and simple. They got
because of football. Jim Otto lost a leg.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people don't know that. Some of them, are wheelchair bound at ages that are, 60, 70 years old. You got Filippiano who's starting to have a hard time getting around.
Yeah, I heard that.
These older players who have given everything.
He played a violent position too. He played linebacker in the 70s.
We say when football was football.
Linebackers back then were linebackers, not like they
are
now.
Beating. I mean, there's a reason why you had names on the Soul Patrol. Everyone was feared. They didn't want to cross over the center of the field. You had the Purple People Eaters because they were killing quarterbacks. I mean, the Steel Curtain. It was because nobody. It was all this shit. You had Lamberts. You had Youngblood who played with a broken fucking leg. He played with a broken fucking leg.
What's his name there? Danny White from Dallas. Too Tall Jones. Those guys.
Too Tall Jones, yeah. You had guys who, gave everything to the sport.
Jesus, look at Dick Butkus. What he did is oh my God.
Yeah. Now that's one thing that Mike Ditka has been fighting. I heard he's not doing too well right now, but Mike Ditka has been fighting for that to get I think it's like the Legends, like a foundation to help with medical and everything for players who've played the sport. And Al Davis, that's what he was known for, is taking care of his players. You came over to the Raiders, you play, you were loyal to me and everything. I'll take care of you and your family. There's that story that Matt Millen had where his dad was going through heart surgery, would need a heart surgery. He didn't even know that. Like, how did Al Davis know that my dad needed surgery? And all of a sudden, it's all funded and everything. And Al Davis don't put it all, look what I did. He just say,
like the Godfather, just why he was called the Godfather sometimes. He knew about everything. Whether you told him or not, he knew about it.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much where the whole once a Raider, always a Raider started too, was that right there, that him wanting to take care of his former players, and people that meant something to the team. You don't get that with other teams in the NFL. I'm sorry. That some of that shit doesn't exist in the NFL, in other teams in this league. It doesn't. Once you're gone from that team, they don't know who you are. They don't give a shit. If you leave to go to another team, especially.
Well, I mean, you hear about the alum. A lot of people who played for the Raiders, the alumni, turn around and say no other team has done, what the Raiders do just to remember the old players who used to play for the team. Nobody has a game or even a practice, even training camp that's dedicated to just them, for them to all come together, remember the old days, get to meet the fans. All that shit that comes together. That no other team does shit like that. Only the Raiders are the ones who were, and we're one of the few teams that don't even have a ring of honor, or we don't retire jersey numbers.
We won't have any numbers
because we honor them all once a year. Every year, it's a tradition. That's a Raider tradition that should never go away. That would be one thing I would definitely want to do before I leave this planet, is be able to go to that too. Be there for that day when they do the alumni day, at that practice. Because that would just, for me,
I did that at a training camp.
Growing up, I got lucky. Some of these guys, I
did that at a training camp.
I don't know how I wouldn't have a tear in my eye watching all these guys together and interacting and everything. I'd be in heaven. I would just sit down and just watch this and just soak it all in. I would probably shed a tear, just like I'm sure the first time I walk in that stadium, I know I'm gonna. I guarantee it. Definitely would have if I went to Oakland. But I know in '93 when I went to my first Raiders game here at Gillette, it wasn't Gillette then, at Sullivan Stadium, I stopped for a minute and just took it all in as I'm standing there at the entrance, looking down on the field and watching the Raiders run around down there and warm ups. And I'm like, I can't believe I'm finally here after all this time. I'm in my 20s now. First time I saw these guys, I was 6 years old. And now I'm finally at a live game. So I can only imagine what it would be like for me to go and watch them play at home.
I was lucky enough when they did the alumni at the training camp. It happened to be one of the ones I went to, and that's where I actually got to meet Jim Otto face to face, and a few other people, and go. And I mean, they made a big spectacle at a training camp, just for him. So I mean, I was lucky enough to get to experience some of that kind of shit, and spend 17 years being in Mecca, going to every game and doing all that in Oakland. And I wouldn't trade nothing for it. I mean, I miss it dearly. Miss it dearly. And I want to go to Allegiant. I don't think it's going to be the same, but it's still that whole thing of, they don't forget about the people who helped make them what they are, to be, the most recognized team internationally. When it comes to football, it ain't the Cowboys. It ain't even the Chiefs right now. The Raiders are the most recognized team. You talk about silver and black worldwide. Everybody knows who the fucking Raiders are. And,
that logo right there, I can spot that from a mile away on someone's gear, whether it's a hat or a shirt, jersey, whatever.
Plate.
I see that. I know exactly what it is. Any other team? I couldn't tell you from a distance. There's just something distinctive about that shield.
Exactly. I'm here in Kansas, and it's mostly license plate or a little sticker on a car, and I can spot it fucking in my rearview mirror 3 cars down. Somebody turns and it's like you start just honking and just it's one of those things that just, like you said, distinctive. I've been I moved out here to Kansas, and the first fans I ever met were Raiders fans. I met more Raiders fans in the first 6 months I was out here than I did Kansas City fans.
But when did you move to Kansas City again?
I moved to Kansas, not Kansas City.
Sorry, Kansas, my bad.
Kansas City, 2018.
2018, we were in 2025. That's because they weren't relevant yet. All these fans are not Chiefs fans. They're Swifties, okay? That's why. All of a sudden.
He moved there just after Mahomes got there.
Yeah.
He doesn't tell anybody. He works security for Mahomes.
If that was the case, I'd let the fucking guy, he'd be Nancy Kerrigan like that. I'll hand the guy the baton as he's walking past me. Okay. I don't work security.
I wanted to say to Captain Jack the other day when he goes, yeah, I gotta go out to Kansas City for a job and everything. I said, who you shitting? I wanted to say, you're going out there to send them off to the airport so they can go to the game in New Orleans. Going out there to cheer them away. Like, yay, go win, boys. Yay.
Well, the funny thing was, when I first moved out here, I had a lot of people who's known me for years, knew I was, and you're going to be a Kansas City Chiefs fan now? I'm like, who the fuck do you think you're talking to? Of all people, you think I'm going to fucking switch? I got too many tattoos to fucking know I ain't playing this game. Yeah. I've got the tattoos. This is before I tattooed Al Davis and John Madden to my neck. I'm a Raider for life. It's always been that way. And no matter what, I come out here. I get people out here. Do you know where you are? The hell I do. And you know what? It's still Raider fucking Nation. I give a fuck where I'm sitting, what's going on. I give a fuck about your team. Y'all can suck my dick and keep moving.
It's not Chiefs Kingdom. Well, fucking.
And if you want to,
that's what they call it out here. And I turn around and say, you know what? I am the black spot in all that red. I am that one black spot you'll always be able to find, right? Right there.
If you want proof, we got it right there on Jack Jones interception last year or 2023 Christmas, right there.
Yeah, right there. I was fucking there.
I hate to do. I gotta go. I gotta. I gotta get over to my channel. We got a show starting at 10. So.
Well, we
thank you for coming on.
And thank you for having me on. This was fun. It's always fun when I come on with you guys. I have a blast.
We appreciate it. We appreciate that you, and I know you're every time breaking news happens, Jeff's channel was ready. Jeff's channel's over there like
I'm home all the time, so I just jump on and go for it. So that's the
you're
best
like
part.
you're like the old school Peter Jennings, World news tonight. Everybody, like you were just on. Like wow. Hey, I'm watching because I know I'm watching. That's dedication.
I pulled almost a 5-hour show last night just doing mock drafts for the hell of it.
Yeah.
I was bored. So I was like, fuck it. I'll start it up, and a few people joined up, and one draft took us 1 full hour, and we had 21 picks by the time we were done. A full 7-round draft. 21 picks. We fielded a complete roster, offense and defense, by the time we were done, basically. It was nuts. The Giants did it. It was the Giants. They offered us their entire draft for us to give them the number 6. They had already drafted Travis Hunter at their original pick. Then they traded back into the first round, and they took Shador with the 6th pick. And we still ended up with Mason Graham, Jackson Dart, Henderson, and Mario Hampton, their other running back. We had a killer team. 21 picks. It was nuts. Chris was there. He was there the whole time. Took us forever. But
Hey, they want to give us the whole draft. I'll do that. Giants, if you're listening, we'll take that.
And on top of that, not only did they give us all their picks for this year's draft, they gave us the first for next year's too in that trade. So we didn't have to ask anything. That's what they offered. And I'm like, I'm taking that. You shitting me? Why not?
Speaking of Mike Ditka, for a running back.
Yeah.
Hurts the Walker.
Yeah, showing up to the press conference in dreads. I'm not talking about Williams. I'm talking about Mike Ditka. Old school, okay, old school. All right, well, we appreciate you coming on. Right there, I corrected it. Go there. He'll have his show.
Still just as fun. How about that? We enjoy
that again.
I said he's no Peggy, but we have fun. And we always enjoy having him on.
She's a much nicer person than I can be. So, hey, you're the first show to see the new hat. So,
oh hey, we're the first. Look at that.
Club hats.
Yeah, I gotta get my Raider gear.
On our show.
This is my new shirt. I still live in the Bay, so Walmart had this on clearance, but I don't care. It looks nice, so. Give me the discount. I don't care.
I'm glad you said it, Chris. I pick on him enough. I didn't want to say it.
Nice. Real nice. All right, guys. I'll see you later. Have a good night. Everybody.
Go there. Wait, what time was your show?
In 15 minutes, 10 o'clock.
Okay, so make sure you go there. That's 10 o'clock Eastern. That'll be 7 o'clock here on the West Coast. And Asylum, I don't know. I can't do the math. You're in the middle somewhere. We're in between. So
9 o'clock.
Go there, NE_ Raider Boosters. Go to his channel. After we should be done, and then we'll go into
connection. It's myself, LV Raider 10, Jay from Just Raiders Baby, and Cheeto Linus. So it's the 4 of us tonight. Last week we had Coach Gravy on with us. That was fun.
Yes.
So I don't think we have any guests tonight though.
So make sure you go there, like, share, and subscribe. When you go to his channel, you're almost to 1,000. I seen. So get him to that milestone.
1,010 right now.
Oh wait, see. I'm like 3 days late.
One day we'll hit that number 2.
We're just trying to get to 300 right now. So
Saturday night, I did a show Saturday night. I think it was a Sunday night. I was on for like 4 hours. I picked up 68 subscribers like that. I was like, holy shit. That's the most I've ever picked up doing one show ever. And I got 20,000 views out of it. I'm like, what the frick is going on? It's the vertical view. I'm telling you, that does it. Pulls them in. Because it shows up as a short live feed. And that's where it pumps to when you do it in the vertical.
You're the clickbait that offers more.
Sure.
All right, make sure you guys go over to his channel. Thank you, Jeff, very much for coming on. We appreciate it, and hope to have you back soon, which I know for sure you will. So, all right, take care. All right, Asylum.
We're the little show that could. That's all.
Yes, the little show that could. If you are new to the channel, this one right here, please go to that like button and also that subscribe button, and also hit that bell so you can see what we post. You know, but let's talk a little bit.
That little bell so you get the notifications when shows, shorts, and memes drop, because we do all that.
We do all that, and it's all homegrown here. We come up with our own ideas, and we come up with our own graphics, and we come up with our own. We try to come with a game plan, and we have the first 15 minutes scripted up until we get to the point at the end of the shameless plug, and then it's all.
We have the first 10 plays scripted. After that, it's all however we feel.
Yes. So well, I want to save a lot of the stuff for when Miss Peggy comes on. So because I like when we show stuff and she's the first one to comment and everything. So we'll save a lot of the other stuff.
Well, that's because she's a hard hitter, and if anybody thought they were going to think differently, she just fucking gives them that uppercut like Tyson, and fucking just lays them out.
Vintage Tyson, okay?
Yeah, vintage Tyson. And then they turn around. So yeah, no, I agree with what she has to say.
Yeah, she's like Mike Tyson a long time ago, back in the day when you would pay about $40-something for that pay-per-view fight, and then right when that fight's about to start, you're like, hold on, let me go get a beer real quick. You come back, wait, what happened? He knocked him out. I paid $45 for this.
Back when you had to fucking put the VHS tape in to record it, because if you didn't, you missed it, and there was no rewind. There was no digital to rewind and rewatch it. If you missed it, you missed it. Yeah.
You gotta wait till if ESPN is allowed to show it, because I know they used to just play the stills. Here's a fight. Here's the punch. Here's the knockout. So and so knocked out so and so in the third round. Oh man! So, when you pay $40-something for 30 cents, or how a lot of us call that when we turned 21, and we paid $40-something. I'm just joking. That never happened to me. I don't. Wow, I'll take no. Tyson last minute. So, oh yeah, no, go back to that Anna's comment right there. We are not watching Super Bowl on Sunday. We're wearing my Raiders F-Bowl team shirt.
Fuck,
that's a good.
I like that shirt. Where'd you get it, Anna?
That is a good segue. We don't have any graphics or anything for the Super Bowl because we don't. Tired of seeing the Chiefs.
But you know what? For one game, I'll be rooting for the Eagles. Saquon Barkley, I hope he runs all over him. But it's going to come down to those guys in the black and white. And all I have to tell the Eagles is make sure you score enough points so fucking they don't matter.
Yeah. Yes.
Pretend the Commanders or the Redskins, whatever you want to call them. And just fucking put that game on, and you'll have nothing to worry about. If you keep it close, you're going to lose.
Yes, because the refs will find a way, in the beginning of the game where you're like, oh, this probably won't matter. Okay, whatever. And it's funny how, I don't have the clip, but it's funny how that's all really Goodell heard was, are the refs favoring the Chiefs? All these games, and then, I don't know if this is real or not. I don't have it up, but it was the head of the Referees Association, the executive director, Scott Green, said it is insulting and preposterous to hear conspiracy theories that 17 officiating crews consisting of 138 officials are colluding to assist one team. Oh, yeah, huh? Should we do this? Okay, I guess, yeah, you know what? We can do an intro. Here we go. All right, everybody, get your tinfoil hats ready because we're going to talk mess about Goodell and the Super Bowl and the so-called dynasty chaser. You know, we want to say their name. We want to put it out there, okay? But just we came up with something. Like I said, this is all just freehand or whatever. There's no graphics or whatever. But this is just more just to make you think until we close out the show in the next 10, 15 minutes. So, you know, Andy Reid had said that he will be back next year to coach the Chiefs, and you know it was speculated that maybe this could be his last day. He could be his last game, you know, and then he'll retire if he goes for that 3-peat. But he already said so. We're thinking maybe the NFL is going to allow the Eagles to win this game because we're all on to them, NFL. We're all on to you, NFL. That you are helping the Chiefs, and now they're calling you out during the press conference, the commissioner press conference, and calling out the referees, and we played clips back before, you know, of that game against the Texans with those phantom flags you guys threw, and they're even asking Mahomes and Taylor Swift's
Travis Swift.
Trailer Swift, whatever they call him, trailer, and they asked him, and like I said, I don't have the videos, but I'll tell you exactly. Somebody asked Patrick Mahomes, "Hey, Patrick Mahomes, out of all the people that helped you win, who was your favorite referee?" And all you could say was,
we just we just do what we can to like win games, and
he had no answer.
The same person asked Taylor Swift, who did he love more? What did he love more? Taylor Swift, or the phantom 15-yard personal foul penalties?
Yeah, and you could tell he was like, man.
You didn't know how to answer it.
Who did we play last year again in the Super Bowl? Stupid. And first of all, you know, I want the Eagles, like you said, I want the Eagles. I want Saquon Barkley. I want him to become the first Barkley to win a ring. Sorry, Charles. And I want him to just run up and down. I hope that didn't jinx him. I hope he runs up and down the Chiefs, because you saw in that game against the Bills, when the Chiefs were playing the Bills in the championship game, when they were establishing their running game, the Bills were. I don't know why they started drifting from that. Cook was their guy.
Because the script said they had to.
The script.
Because it showed the holes in the Chiefs defense, which is the run game. Yeah, see, you got it right there. Go away from the run game if it's working, because we can't show holes in the defense.
But what if there's a new revised script, like we're saying, you know, because Andy Reid said that he's not retiring, he's gonna come back next year to coach again. But you know, I'm glad, okay? Because now we got a coach that can go against him and Sean Payton and his favorite foe, Jim Harbaugh, going all the way through the Pac-10 them days. And I want him. I want Andy Reid to come back so Pete Carroll can take care of him too. You know, AP did it. I don't care what the Raiders record has been the last couple of years. We've had the recipe. We've had the recipe to beat the Chiefs. Okay, so next year,
Last year, we should have swept them this last year.
I mean, if we can have, because the defense of Patrick Graham, that's another thing that I'm proud that Patrick Graham came back because he has a blueprint to beat this team. And I know whatever Spagnuolo should be still there because the last coaching job left is the Saints, and I think that's supposed to go to Kellen, the offensive coordinator for the Eagles. I think, yeah, he's supposed to be the one that's supposed to be the head coach. They're just waiting for him to be available. So that's why they're the only ones left that hasn't been asked. They're the only ones left waiting for their date to start next year. The Saints. But Patrick Graham knows how to slow down that Chiefs offense. I don't know why nobody else is asking Patrick Graham, hey, Patrick.
Oh, no,
hey.
Hold on. When Tampa Bay beat them in the Super Bowl, how did they beat them in the Super Bowl? They took our defense because we showed how to beat them that year. They took our defensive scheme and used it to destroy them in the Super Bowl.
Yes. Because we have the blueprint. We just didn't have the consistent offense to finish them off. Because the only thing you got to do with the Chiefs is slow Mahomes. Slow Mahomes.
All you got to do to shadow him. He moves back, you move back. He moves up, you move up. All you do is put a linebacker to shadow him, and it frustrates him. And what happens when Patrick Mahomes gets frustrated? He makes mistakes, all he's doing is looking at the refs to fucking cry for it. Watch, I guarantee every time he's picking his ass up off the ground, before he does that, the first look he does is to a referee. He goes, "Where's my flag?"
Yeah.
Every time. Every fucking time he does it.
Yeah. That is a true statement. And people go, oh well, you guys are just saying that because of slow-mo the Mahomes.
Thank you for coming to the show. I like this. Slow-mo the homo.
Hey,
what's up, Ray?
That's Twan? A thumbs up. What is up, Twan? I was commenting on the show. I'm trying to get a video real quick. I was commenting on the show yesterday, so he shouted me out. And I do have his show. Make sure you his show, but his handle. So make sure you go over and subscribe to him because he has the congregation. He goes up live. And he'll give his thoughts. And you know what? We got to get him back on the show again because Twan knows what he's talking about too. I'm trying to find the show. I'm sorry, the video. But yeah, Mahomes. We had the recipe to slow Mahomes. And I don't know why a lot of the teams they want to go and do it their own way. We're going to take care of him with our offense. Okay, we'll run the ball in, run it down the throat. That's what we did when we beat them. Carroll didn't have any completions after the first quarter. You were their asylum in that cold. That's what he was supposed to do, protect the ball. And then once Mahomes...
Hey, look, no, what do? You have a run game and your defense. Now, what do the Eagles have? The number one defense in the NFL. The NFL... Not just the NFC, the NFL, the number one defense. And, oh, by the way, I think they have the number one running game, too.
Oh, well, after that performance from Saquon Barkley, I feel like that will be the missing piece that we need to take down the Chiefs is Saquon Barkley running up and down the throats of Mahomes and a probably used to, him and Kelsey, whatever. Hey, remember, Kelsey.
Go back to our show last time. About a year ago, the top 10 list we had.
Yeah.
She wouldn't do the Kermit voice for him.
I gotta get that. I gotta get that going. But you know,
and repost that. That'd be fucking our 10th top 10 for the Super Bowl.
Let's just dash some good luck. Let's just dash some good luck for the Super Bowl, for the Eagles, and let's just play a little montage of how we beat the Chiefs. I got it right here. Real quick, I just want to play this so that they know that it can be done, and they will get frustrated. This is what it looks like when you get in their heads, when you get in the Chiefs' heads.
You stand in the line just to hit a new low. You're faking a smile with the coffee to go. And tell me your life's been way offline. You fall into pieces every time. And I don't need no caring, no. 'Cause you had a bad day. You take it one down. You sing a sad song just to turn it around. You say you don't know. You tell me don't lie. You work at a smile and you go for a ride. You have a bad day. The camera don't lie. You're coming back down and you really don't mind. You had a bad day. You had a bad day.
Now I know we were gonna. Thank you, Peter. Now I know. Thank you. Now I know. We were gonna do. I don't know if you have that list up or not. We were gonna do gimmick bets and all that. Just just have fun. We don't want to be Super Bowl, whatever. Whatever.
I mean, you want me to put it on the screen?
No. Well, I mean, if you want to,
I got it. If you want to do the prop bets.
we could do. We got 5 minutes. And what I was gonna say, I'll end that at the end after we're done. So if you have it on the screen, we can put it on the screen, so we can kind of just go through it real quick, and then finish the show and hand it off to Jeff for coming on and filling in for Miss Peggy for us. So if you have the screen, if you have it up, we can go put it up and then kind of run through it just to have fun with the Super Bowl. I don't have any numbers right now, so to show, but okay. So what's the first bet? The coin toss? Hold on, we need music for this.
Coin toss, yes.
Okay. The coin toss. All right. What is? I'm gonna have you read the bet. What's the bet, Asylum?
The first of the so-called novelty prop bets, the coin toss, is self-explanatory, but it gets the heart to everybody goes. The Super Bowl, you bet who will win the coin toss, heads or tails, and another part of that is, will the winning team defer?
Okay, so the first question is
simple.
who will win the coin toss?
Yes. Will it be heads or tails is one of the bets. Who will win the coin toss? Which team will win the coin toss? And then the third part of it is, will the winning team defer to the second half?
All right, so coin toss, Asylum. Who's going to win the coin toss? I'm writing it down right now. On your, who are you getting?
I said Eagles win it with heads.
Okay, so you say Eagles with heads.
And they defer.
And how do you spell my name again? Okay. All right. I'm going to say tails. I'm going to say tails and Eagles. And you said defer?
I say defer.
I would say the same thing too, defer. Okay, what's the next one? Everybody else want to go put it in there? Put in the chats or whatever. Anna says tails.
So,
okay, what's the next one?
National anthem. Is it going to be over 120.5 seconds or under 120.5?
Over under? We're doing the over under?
It's an over under.
Who's the singer?
I don't know who's singing it.
That matters. That matters. Who?
Hold on. Last
wait, wrong button.
No, I don't know who's singing it this year. It doesn't say who's singing it this year, but I'm going to say over.
I'm gonna go with over because it's the Super Bowl.
Everybody always tries to make it their own.
Yes. Okay. Next
Everyone
one.
always tries to make it their own. I say over.
Everyone is trying to be like the next. Everyone is trying to be like Whitney Houston. So.
Anna says over as well.
Over. Let's go. Next one.
Halftime show.
Ooh, halftime show.
The halftime show most anticipated in recent memory, and you can bet on if you live in Canada, which is hilarious. In addition, the length of the set is going to be over 10.5 songs or under 10.5 songs. Well, there's somebody else who's supposed to be a part of it too. I'm going to say under 10.5 songs.
I'm going to say over. So you say under. So under, I'm going to put over. Because there could be a Lil Wayne signing. I know he said no, but from what, people, because New Orleans is where he's from. So he could be there. And he could add to that list of songs to perform. Because, halftime is about like 45 minutes long. It's a whole concert. They got to push all the stage out there. Yeah, they are. So and then all the commercials in between, or not in between, but bookmarking it or book ending it. So let's go next one. I got over, you got under 10. So halftime show, 10 songs. Okay, next one.
10.5. It's 10.5.
10.5 because you can't have a tie. 10.5.
And
no push.
And it's under too. I said under, and it says under.
I say over. Swifty's supposed to make an appearance? Oh, God. Nah, then it is over. Not like us done 3 times.
Octopus.
Jessica.
Is there going to be an octopus? Now, the octopus is somebody scoring a touchdown, and then that same person scoring the 2-point conversion. Will it be a yes or a no? Now, the same person has to score the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Will it happen?
Is that term?
Yes, because what?
No, I was gonna say, is that
because it's 8 points? 8 arms on an octopus, 8 points.
I was gonna say, isn't that
if the Chiefs are going to be behind, I'm going to get in detail on this one. I'm going to say yes. Chiefs are going to be behind. Have to do a 2-point conversion, and it's going to be Travis Kelce who gets it.
Oh, trailer. I want to say no because I don't want to see the Chiefs try to do something like that, and I hope the Eagles don't try to do what the Bills did and try to attempt it.
I go with you there, but they're going to be behind and have to do it in order to come back and score another field goal or touchdown because they're going to be that far behind against the Eagles. They're going to have to do it, and it's going to happen this way, but they're still going to be behind when it happens.
I hope not. I don't want to see. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to see Taylor Swift making any plays. I hope he's invisible. I hope he doesn't, statistically wise, shows up into this game. Kind of like that D tackle for the Vikings, Jim Marshall. Art Shell basically erased him from existence in that Super Bowl 11. He had no stats in that game, so I hope the Eagles can do the same thing to Travis Kelce. Did you even play, bro?
Octopuses happen, and one of them was by Saquon Barkley during the regular season.
I'm going to say if it is, yes, for Barkley, but I'm going to overall, my final answer would be no. I'm going to say no. Next, I was gonna say, I thought that, huh? I didn't hear what you said.
I said Anna says no as well.
Yes. See, Anna knows.
Anna says no.
Anna has her own Las Vegas sports book. Okay.
Hey, that's the first one Anna disagrees with.
It's me and Anna. All right, let's go. Okay. Next one.
Scorigami. A scorigami. Will there be one? Another prop that comes up each year is scorigami, or final scores we've never seen in the NFL history. Let me be the first to tell you, after 100 plus years in the NFL, it doesn't happen often. That's why the bet is plus 2,800 odds on it. So is there going to be a score we've never seen before? Final score.
Final score.
Let's go first this time.
27-2, Eagles.
No, not. Well, that's something that's never been before.
All they scored was a safety. I don't know. I'm gonna go the safe route. I'm gonna go the safe route and say no. Well, like okay, give me an example of a score we haven't seen before.
I don't fucking know.
Well, like a 58.
Okay, a 63-17.
How about a 63 to? I'll give you 63-21, or a Raider versus Charger type of score. Eagles beats the Chiefs. I want the Chiefs to get destroyed, but I'm gonna say they're gonna make it. I know, but I know it was the Seahawks and the.
I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna go out on a limb.
Ooh, he's taking the odds right there, or not the odds, but you're trying to make some money right now. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna play safe. No,
I'm thinking I'm gonna make some money. Anna says no, but she's got the shoulders up. She's shrugging on it. But
next one.
So I'm gonna say yes, just because they're gonna get destroyed.
Next one.
I hope.
Color of Gatorade.
Saquon Barkley specials.
No. You skipped the Gatorade one. Where are you going? Right there. Color of Gatorade. Purple, yellow, green, lime. Oh, that's a lot. Okay. We have purple, yellow, green, lime. So that's the lemon lime one.
Orange.
Wait. Why did you? Orange, blue, or red, pink. Traditionally, it's what, like a red?
No, traditionally, I think it's yellow, green. I think it's the lime one.
Okay, I'm gonna go with my favorite one, which is what you just said. Gatorade color. I'm gonna say the lemon lime one, so I'm gonna say yellow, green, because the Eagles are green.
I'm gonna go with orange.
Yellow green is me, and you got orange. Okay, next one.
I got orange. I was gonna go with purple, but orange is the one that seems to stand out to me all of a sudden. So I'm going with orange.
Okay. Yeah. Anna says orange. Raider Twan says orange. You say orange. I'm the only one that says yellow green.
Anna says orange. Says orange.
Let's go.
You're the
next
oddball
one.
on that one.
Let's go. That's my favorite color. Flavor. Kool-Aid. Whatever. Saquon special. But that tends to happen
to the special matchup. But things like Barkley will break the Eagles' career postseason rushing record with 150 plus yards, or he'll break the Super Bowl rushing record of 205 yards.
Oh, so there's a two-part. There's a two-parter.
The Eagles' career postseason rushing record with 150 yards, or he'll break the Super Bowl rushing record of 205 yards.
I'm going to say yes. Both.
To both?
Yeah, Saquon Barkley is going to take us to the promised land. Which is seeing the Chiefs cry at the end of that video.
125 yards.
Both. He's going to be the offense. He's going to be the MVP. He's going to be the one that brings the running back position back to relevance. Not anybody else but the man himself, Saquon Barkley. Because he's on a tear. And I hope he tears a new one to that defense and just runs up and down him like a train. Never mind. Anyways.
and is with you. He breaks both. Twan says no. I'm assuming that's to both. I'm going to go this route.
Ooh.
He's going to break the Eagles record of 150 yards, but he's not going to break the 205-yard Super Bowl record. He's going to rush for 175 yards.
Does Marcus Allen still have the longest run in history in the Super Bowl? Was that broken yet? I think that just got broken like a few years ago.
I think so.
Oh, okay, never mind. Doesn't matter then. Okay. Next one.
Down for that. Right? It's the Eagles.
Yes, I got you Eagles record. Yes, but no to the second half.
To the record. Okay.
Yeah. Taylor Swift specials.
Travis Kelce proposed to Taylor Swift after the Super Bowl.
Oh, that's a kick. Proposal. I mean, they already made a Hallmark movie based on their stupid media, whatever. So I'm gonna say, stupid. I'm gonna say no. Actually, you know what? No, they won't do it in live TV. I would say he goes on one knee. Hey, Taylor, will you marry me? And she's gonna be like, no.
It's a Hallmark movie.
But it won't go that way, so it's gonna be a no.
I'm gonna say no.
No. He'll probably sing to her.
I think Anna's saying no.
He's probably sing to her, and then, she's all like, "Oh yeah, that's what I married, or not married. That's what I'm dating." And then she's like, "Let's no. Just don't ask me now, okay? Don't ask me now. Hey, baby, no, don't ask me now, okay?" I'll say if he does it, it'll be with the Super Bowl ring if he gets it. But he's not gonna get it, so it's not gonna happen. I don't care. It's a no. Both no's. Next one. MVP. I already said mine. It is Barkley. Because he's going to run it all up and down them. It's going to be over. Barkley, MVP. Hold on.
I go Barkley as well.
I got to take a break real quick. Say yours.
I said mine. I said Barkley. I'm going with Barkley. Anybody else have anything in there? I think it's funny. There's only 2 Eagles even in contention there, and there's 1, 2, 3 Chiefs. But you know what? It's going to be Barkley. He's going to have that 175 yards. He's going to be, running all over him. I gotta say Barkley, 100%. Anybody in the chat still here? Got an opinion on this one? I'd like to hear it. I know there's going to be some people, I guarantee if the Chiefs fucking win, no, Anna, unfortunately the Chiefs are not, the rest are not on the list. If it was, I'd probably go with them. So, but if the Chiefs squeak out a win, it's going to be Patrick Mahomes. I can almost guarantee it. But I'm saying it's Barkley. That's not an observated one, but again, I agree with you. It'll probably be the refs.
Oh, wait. Almost broke the hat.
Hey, don't break the hat. We got
my
2
Goodell
for
blocker.
We got 2 for the refs.
The refs.
We got 2 for the refs and then 2 for Barkley. You and me got Barkley.
I'm gonna say, I don't care if the Chiefs pull this off. Whatever they say is gonna, whoever they say, if it's Mahomes or Kelsey, whatever, if the Chiefs win, it's always gonna be the refs. So, the first to the refs if the Chiefs win, okay? Because
well, see, I said if the Chiefs win, it's going to go to Mahomes. No. Mahomes.
I'm saying is if the Chiefs win, I don't care who they claim it's going to be.
I know
it's the
what
refs.
you're saying, but it's going to go to Mahomes if the Chiefs win. But I agree, it'd be the refs if the Chiefs win. But I'm saying Barkley because the Chiefs ain't winning. It's going to be the Eagles. Barkley's going to run for that 175 yards, be dominant in the game. So it's going to Barkley.
Oh, but he said the refs were calling a fair game, and that's what I was saying is maybe the NFL finally they say that hey they're on to us. Be easy, refs. Okay, Andy Reid's coming back next year, so we don't have to send them off with a 3rd ring in a row. Okay, what's the next one? Sorry, I had to. I don't want to pull an X factor, so I had to go real quick. But I'm back. Okay.
And that's the last one.
Okay, I have one. Now, it's a little controversial, but I feel that it is a good bet. Now, I heard today that the President of the United States is going to attend this game. My question is, or my prop bet is, who will get the most screen time? Taylor Swift or POTUS?
That's a tough one.
Oh, who's gonna get the most screen time? Taylor Swift or Britney and Trump? Oh, because they're like this. They're like this right now. Who's gonna get the most screen time?
I'm gonna have to fucking agree with them. I think it's gonna be Swift.
She's more important right now. No, this is not a political show. We're not over here. Yeah. I'm just saying is that I heard today that he'll be the first sitting president to attend a Super Bowl. And, they always talk about Taylor Swift. They're going to show Taylor Swift. But because it's Trump and, the controversy that always surrounds him, especially at the point where at the seat that he holds right now.
Perhaps.
I know. Who's going to get the most screen time? Who's going to get the most? Are they going to show? Are you going to see Taylor Swift? Or are you going to see? What are you going to see?
I think
what's going to be shown more?
Oh, Twan, that's fucking cold.
Everybody gets a piece of Britney. Speaking of Saquon Barkley, running up and down. Okay, T versus T, Trump versus Taylor. Who are you taking? Swift.
I think it's
okay.
Taylor.
I'm gonna because it just makes it more fun when we go opposites on stuff like this. I'm gonna take Trump for the under. I'm gonna take Trump for the under because the dynamic of America and how everything's going. I'm gonna say the producer is probably not gonna know. Wait, we gotta put her, but then she doesn't like him. But if we put him, then she's not gonna like her. And if we put her, then everyone's gonna be happy. But then no one's gonna be happy because we gotta put him because Swifties are not gonna like him. So we gotta put her, and then we're gonna put him, and then we do a split screen. I don't know. She even lets Pat's brother gets. Oh, Brittany Mahomes. Oh, my bad.
God damn it.
Brittany Mahomes.
Just saying, I'm here. Come touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Hey, all in the family, right? As long as it's all in the family.
All in the family, yeah. Like, all in the family. Oh my God! Why am I forgetting his name?
It's a Family is there.
No, All in the Family. Why am I forgetting his name? Bunker. All in the Family, like Archie Bunker. Hey. All right, that is our prop bets right now. Let's go over it real quick. Coin toss. Eagles. Asylum has Eagles with heads, but they defer to the Chiefs. I say tails Eagles, but they defer to the Chiefs. National anthem. You have over. I have over. The 10 of the
120.5. Yeah.
So yeah, we both have over because it is the national anthem on the biggest sporting stage of the year. So we both say over. Like Anna said, they all want to make it their own. They all are trying to be like the next Whitney Houston, who had her.
Nobody's ever going to beat Whitney Houston's national anthem. Nobody's ever going to beat that.
Halftime. Yeah. And then you find out later that it was lip synced. Milli Vanilli. Okay. Halftime show, 10.5 minutes is the mark. Over or under? You said under.
10.5 songs.
10.5 songs. Who wrote this? Me. 10.5 songs. You have the under 10.5. I'm gonna say over because I'm gonna say Lil Wayne surprises everybody and shows out. And if he sings one song, that's gonna be over the list of 10 songs. I'm gonna say 10 songs are cut off because there is no time limit on halftime. They don't care about the players if they cool down or not. It's about the show and the commercials and the Pepsi halftime presents. So Pepsi got to get their time too. Okay, you said octopus. Octopus being that a player scores a touchdown and that same player on the same following 2-point conversion attempt scores the 2 points, meaning they score 8 points to cap off that particular drive. You Correct. Say yes, and it's going to be crybaby ass Taylor Swift, Kelsey. And I'm going to say no. And my no is because I don't want to see the Chiefs do any of that. And I get what you're saying. They're going to try to do it to try to come back because they're going to be behind. But I'm going to say no. And then for the Eagles, I'm going to say no because I hope they don't try to do what the Bills did and try to get greedy early in the game. If you would have just kicked the point after and get those just about guaranteed points, you wouldn't have been in a position. And we're all still debating if it was a 4th down conversion or a fourth down turnover. So next one, scoregami, an awkward, weird score that's never been seen before at the end of a Super Bowl game. I don't understand what it means, but you do. So you say yes because you are the crazy one on this show. You are Asylum. I say no because I'm just playing a safe bet. And if I did have money on it, I'm like, I don't know it. I'm not going to play it. So I'm going to say no. Jason Downs, how are you doing? Welcome to the show, Jason Downs. And that's
to this. It wasn't over under. It was just who got the more camera time.
I say Swift gets 5.
He's saying Swift. He's going with Swift. There's no
Swift. I mean, I know I said who gets the most, but hey, that's better. You can count. I mean, like there's a number that we can start off with. So
I'll say this much. Swift is getting 5 shots of something, but it ain't going to be probably more than just the camera.
Back shots. Okay. You say yes on scoregami. I say no because I don't understand it. But you're going for the payout, so you're gonna say yes on that high odds right there. Gatorade color. It was purple. It was red. It was orange. It was yellow and the yellow green. That's the lemon lime, and then it was orange. Sorry, red, green, orange, blue,
red,
purple, or red and pink. Okay, red and pink, orange, the yellow, green, the blue, and the purple.
Yes.
You said orange. Anna said orange. Twan said orange. I'm gonna say yellow, green because that's the color. Kind of color the closest to the Eagles as possible, and that's my favorite one. So I'm gonna go yellow green. Hopefully on the Eagles sideline. You said orange. 150 yards for so the 150 yard mark in the Super Bowl. Is that what it was for Saquon?
Is the 150 yards for the Eagles postseason record?
Okay.
Or 205 yards for the Super Bowl record.
So you said yes to the Eagles record, but no to the Super Bowl the Super Bowl the game their record.
I said no to the 205, but yes to the 150 because he's going to get 175.
I'm gonna say yes to both because Saquon's gonna put a statement. Okay. Proposal. Will Travis Kelce go on one knee, or two if it was Mahomes, go on one knee to propose to.
Yeah, probably simplified here because if you go to his knees, it might be for Patrick Mahomes for a whole different reason.
Well, that's what I said. He'll go to. The question is, will he go on one knee for Taylor, but it'd be two if it was Mahomes? Would he go one knee for Taylor and ask to marry her? If they win a Super Bowl up there at the podium during the ceremony of the Super Bowl, the Lombardi Trophy, we both have a no on that one. He will not do it there. If he does do it, it won't happen there. If they win, and it won't happen there during the ceremony, because that's just cheesy. And like I said, they already made a hologram, a Hallmark movie about them. It's so stupid. It came on by accident. I'm like, what is this going on? Oh, that's that movie. Change it. Don't put it back on again. MVP, we both said Barkley. Where'd you go? MVP, we both said Barkley. The options was Taylor Swift, Mahomes, and Barkley. And I had said Barkley. Asylum had said Barkley. And Twan had said the refs if they call the game fair. I say if the Chiefs win, it doesn't matter who they say the network says it is or whatever. If the Chiefs win, it's going to be the refs because they were the ones, the most valuable player. Jason Downs has it too. The most valuable players in this game. And playing players, they don't have to be playing the game. They're playing because they're going to be getting paid. And then the last one that Jason Downs had also put in the comments. Who will get more screen time? And I'm going to add Jason Downs' number on there. It's the 5 or under. I'm sorry. The 5 is the mark. But I said who's going to get more. But let's make it, I guess, because you're not going to count. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4.
On a bit? Hold on. We got money on this. I'm counting the times. When we come back on, I'll tell you the exact numbers.
Okay, so Taylor Swift. Over or under 5? Over. Swift over. Trump over or under 5?
Under.
Over 5. Swift under 5. Oh, under 5. Trump. I'm gonna say Swift gets the over on the 5, but Trump surpasses her in the most screen views, screenshots. I know Jason Downs says they don't want to show Trump, but it's a crazy world right now, So having the first president be at the game and then everything, whatever. And I'm taking Trump because it's fun to have a bet against Asylum. It makes it more fun. We can't agree on everything. So Trump gets the most views, which of course would default to me saying Swift gets the Trump will have +5 or over 5. So we'll say 5.5. So there won't be no pushes. So 5.5 is the mark. You say over 5.5. I'm gonna say over 5.5 for Trump. But the ultimate one, Trump gets it all. He has the most views, but it'll be by 1. And the network won't even realize it. It'll be by 1. So Swift gets 6, Trump gets 7. And they'll miscount, like, oh no, we had equal amount. Oh no, we had Trump one more. Let's show real quick. And we're talking about during the game, okay? Not after the game. Not during the ceremony. That don't count. Because of course they're gonna show her, and then
it's only when the clock's going.
Only when the clock's between 15 minutes on the first to 0:0:00 on the fourth. Just that right there.
And halftime don't count either.
We're not counting halftime?
No.
Yeah, it's Taylor Swift is part of the performance. That don't count either. We're talking shots of her in the booth
In the booth.
during action.
Yeah, during the game time only.
Oh yes,
For the 1 hour that they play is the only times
yes,
that count.
yes. So over 5 for Swift. I say over 5 for Swift also, but I say that Democrats going to cheat and pay Fox to show more Swift. No, they can't. They can't because Fox is not Democratic. They're Republican. Yeah.
Yes, you got it right.
Fox News. So they're not gonna. I mean, if that happens, there's. But see, that's why I'm going for Trump because it's broadcast on Fox. See, bookies. They know that I'm trying to be like Robert De Niro in Casino. Okay, I know. Just don't blow up my car. Okay, please. All right.
Especially the Monte Carlo.
No, I have a Monte Carlo too. Okay, don't do it. Okay,
not Monte Carlo.
I know. Don't. It's parked right now. I haven't started in a long time. If it blows up, it's because I haven't started in a long time. Okay, something. The engine's already blown, so I don't know what's gonna blow. But that is our prop bets for the show, the cage match. So we will go through these again on our next show, and we should have Miss Peggy come back, hopefully. But not come back, but come on the show for that one to give her points
this week. Yes.
If
not,
but
she'll be back in 2 weeks.
But we, like we always say, we appreciate when she can because we both know that she has a busy schedule. She made how you say?
She literally carves out an hour for us in her schedule every time she's on here. She has a calendar and she blocks off the hour she's on for us, just for us. Unfortunately, today she just couldn't do that, so she's not here. So it makes it even more special when she's here because she carves it out especially for us.
Yes. And Elon is coming to the game. The cheater Goodell is nervous. The dude is humming right now. Let Elon go through the NFL records. Him and John Gruden. They'll go through the NFL files, and Goodell. They're gonna be over there, and they're gonna find what they need to find to get him out of office. But until then, it's. Break into those commish files because they have all the scripts going for the next couple of years. And real quick, Asylum, I don't have the picture for this, but they say one of the controversies as part of the NFL script is the color of the logo of the Super Bowl. Now this year's it was like a red, gold, like a McDonald's red and yellow and green. Next year, it's a silver and a blue.
Well, it's a silver and a blue. It's the black in there, but I've seen 2 different versions. It's Lions and Raiders. And it was
it's not Cowboys.
No, it wasn't Cowboys. It was God damn, who is it? Lions and
I
can't remember.
Hey, hold on. Go back down. Anna said right there. No, before that. No, where is that? No. This one. Thank you, Anna. We appreciate it.
I had that up already before you started talking.
Well, I'm looking around, Kay. So, you think these glasses are for to see? It's to look good, not to see good, okay?
Time don't make the drink as strong.
These are to look good, not to see good, okay? I don't care what those 2 trolls said a couple weeks ago, okay? That's why they got banned. That's why they ain't here. Anyways. Okay, so if it's not Raiders and Lions, if this is the controversy, What is the other teams?
I'm trying to think. It was fucking
Raiders and Lions.
huh?
Raiders and
No, it was Lions and
No, it can't be no other team. You know why? Here we go. This is the last. We're putting all the thumbtacks with the strings together right now. You want to know why? Because the Chiefs and the Niners got to play a Super Bowl in our year, in our stadium last year. You know where the Super Bowl is going to be at next year?
in Santa Clara.
In Santa Clara. But this time, we're going to win on their field. And I'm going to watch it from Great America up on the tallest ride in the theme park from Drop Zone. I'm going to go back in line. Hold on, go back in line. Go back in line. Raiders and Lions in Levi Stadium, which I like to call Skinny Jean Field. Raiders win that Super Bowl. Bug. the nut huggers, the butt huggers. But Raiders are going to win that Super Bowl. And Niner fans are going to be like, we're going to be like, yeah, you couldn't do it on our field, and we allowed you. We said, Niner fans, we hate the Chiefs. I don't care. You know what? Take care of the Chiefs for us. I was like, you know what? Whatever. If I had to pick a horse, I said I want the Chiefs to lose. I didn't say I want the Niners to win. I said I want the Chiefs to lose. But we're going to go over there to Levi Stadium, and then we're going to put our flag on their field. Because even over there, the grass don't even root for the Niners. If you know what that joke means. Niner fans don't even like that stadium. The grass don't even like that stadium. They can't have good grass because it's hot down there in Santa Clara. It's about
you're in the desert, you can grow grass.
You're in the desert because it's Vegas. We find ways to grow grass. Okay, they don't have dispensaries for nothing. We know how to grow grass in Las Vegas. All right, Asylum. That's it for today. We'll go through this after the Super Bowl. Let's go Eagles. Let's go Saquon Barkley. Be the Barkley that wins a ring. Because Charles couldn't do it. That's what I gotta say. Let's go Eagles. I want this to. Yeah. Okay. Let's do it. Okay. Let's do it. And then for the Eagles, hold on. I just want to do for the Eagles. Hold on.
For the Eagles, he has something special. And it's not having a bad day, even though that would be great too.
Where's my share the screen? Share the screen.
Shift S.
Share screen.
Shift S.
This one.
Shift S on your keyboard.
Wait.
Are you qualified to learn one? That's what I thought. Who can dance out there?
For the Eagles.
Okay, we're going to try a new dance. And if I see everybody doing it, I don't want to see you no more. Jelly Bean, are we ready? Y'all better do this one.
What time is it? It's Eagles time.
All right, y'all got 10 seconds to get to the dance floor.
Let's go, Eagles. Let's go, Eagles. We need to make sure you take care of the Chiefs because we don't need them to go over here three-peat in our division, okay?
Hey, look, I can't go a whole year listening to a three-peat.
No. And he lives over there.
I live in Kansas and I can't do it. I can't do it. Plain and simple. Do me the big solid. We got your back.
Yes.
Mafia did not get our message. So it's up to the Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Fly, Eagles, fly. Okay? Because we can't have this. We can't have the Chiefs going for this again, okay? All right, all right, Sodom. Squad. Let's end the show like this, okay? Let's go, Eagles. Take it. we already beat the Eagles in the Super Bowl, so I ain't got to worry about the Eagles. We already took care of them in Super Bowl 15, okay? So you did it. Hey, you know what? The Eagles did it to the Patriots, and we don't like the Patriots at the time. We don't like them now, but, during that whole run,
Yeah.
take care of the Chiefs, okay? Be another dent, be another blemish, and another dynasty, okay? So,
Like that.
all right, Asylum. Let's end the show like this. Asylum, any last words? Anything?
Fuck the Chiefs.
You just need 2 arms and an attitude. Hey, all right, everybody. Have a great weekend. Let's go, Eagles. Fly, Eagle, fly. And let's just try to have a happy Sunday. And I will celebrate Eagle style. Okay? Eagle style. I'm going for the other Kelsey, even though he's retired now, but going for the other Kelsey, okay? Shirtless and all, right? That's how much I want the Eagles to win, okay? Just come on. I don't care. Burn my eyes later.
Hold on. Here's a little twist to everything. For all the Swifties out there, he's actually an Eagles fan.
I know, huh?
Her team is the Eagles. She's from that area. Her team is the Eagles. So I want to see her in some Kelly Green.
Oh, yeah. She's like, I'm only cheering because I chose you, I guess. So let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
She's only wearing that red because she got Gox, a certain fucking player on the fucking team.
All right. Let's end the show like we always do with a word from Raider Milks
or Taylor Swift.
It's what? And a word from Raider Mill, aka my high school coach, Coach Wallace. We keep his memory alive on the show. Rest in peace, Coach Wallace. And let's go, Eagles. Let's take it, man. Let's take it. All right, everybody. Have a good weekend. Enjoy the commercials. And if you get crazy on Super Bowl, make sure you have a designated driver. Okay.
Yes, please.
PSA. Designated driver. Yes, don't be stupid.
Don't be Henry's son.
Don't be Eagles fans, okay? Be Eagles fans during the game, but not after, okay? That is your PSA. All right. Everybody, have a good night. Take care. Go Eagles. And we're out.
All you other NFL teams, your tailgates are weak. Your teams are weak. We might be down right now, but it doesn't take away the history. And all you Raiders out there need to know your fucking history of who the fuck you playing for and where the fuck you're playing. Damn it. Oh, and by the way, I won my last cage fight. Again, I'm still undefeated. And you NFL motherfuckers out there that you think you want some, come on and get some anytime.